Oh my god. There we go. We did. I went to the. I'm so professional. I immediately went to the wrong scene. The scene that didn't have your heads in it. I'm very professional. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your androgynous AI game show host from the Future Caster. And who are the two fabulous guests with me? Let's go in from the yeah. There we go. Getting head pats. Getting head pats on the far left. We have Loxley.
Yes, good evening. I am Loxley, Sailor of Strategy, the Caprine Card Shark, the board game goat. Hello. How y'all doing? Hope that you're very well.
And last but by absolutely no means least, we have returning to the channel once again, Bjorn, everyone.
Good Bjorn, y'all. Hello, I'm Bjorn, your very own verbose writer Viking, with which the shop is downright deadly.
Marvelous to have you both back on my channel. For those who are into the deep VTuber lore, you will know that we have played Across the Obelisk previously on Bjorn's channel.
Yes,
we're taking.
It's Across the Obelisk across multiple channels.
I mean, everybody's into multiverses these days, right?
It's true. This is the most ambitious crossover since Endgame.
Oh gosh. For the people who don't know you, who are watching currently and in the distant future, how about you go and give me a bit of a rundown of the kind of content you like to make? We'll go in reverse order this time. Bjorn, tell everybody about yourself and the stuff that you enjoy doing on air.
Well, in general, I do miniature building and painting every single Thursday so far, and Wednesdays and Saturdays I play whatever the hell I want. Usually, one single player, one multiplayer with the community. And it would seem like this year is the year of the robot, not the rabbit, but robot.
Oh.
Because there's been a bunch of mech games so far this year, and yeah.
Well, as resident funny robot, I indefinitely approve. Thank you so much for repping the cause. And do tune into Bjorn's painting streams, by the way. They're very therapeutic, and he's very good at it as well. I really like the minis that you've been finishing lately.
There is a new project that's coming out because someone decided to turn me into a faulty CD reader by throwing an Imperial Knight at me.
Oh, yes. That's right. They sent you a very, very big mini to go paint in the near future. That's gonna be exciting.
I don't think I'm going to call it mini anymore. It's like 20, 30 centimeters.
Maxi, yeah, at this point.
A maxi, yeah, sure.
Bjorn has been given a small child to paint.
Basically, you're not wrong. Although it's slightly more plastic.
Just as delicate as one sometimes. Some of the big minis are like, oh, I will be handling it so I can paint it, and then never touching it again. It is too sensitive. But the important question.
I do think.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say that I doubt that babies would appreciate getting that many magnets glued to them.
I'll be honest. Speaking from personal experience, no, they would love it every time.
But the important question, Bjorn, is when are you painting a mini of me?
When you send me one.
Okay. You know what? Bet. I love kit bashing miniatures, so I'll absolutely send you a kit bash mini to go paint. Okay. Noted.
I feel like it would be very easy to get you to paint a mini of me. I feel like there are so many satyrs already in various tabletop war games.
Probably.
I feel that's just like easy mode.
I actually have two different satyr bard minis, and I've had it in the back of my mind to DM you at one point, being like, which one do you like more? I'll paint it in your colors.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. That's truly sweet of you.
I need to decide on the appropriate Cyber Viking one for Bjorn, but we'll get there. Speaking of,
speaking of, you may have some inspiration for that coming up if rumors are to be believed.
Yeah, you know.
I'm addressing that to Bjorn. I thought you were getting like something new, like in the pipeline.
Maybe like, once upon a time, far in the future. I think.
Oh, for real?
He's a bit busy.
Right.
He's a bit busy.
The backlog. But yes, Loxley, please do tell everybody about yourself and the fabulous things that you do.
Well, I am Loxley. I'm a VTuber, a voice actor. I have a particular interest in tabletop games, but because I am part goat, I find the paper just far too tasty, and so I have taken to the internet to play digital versions of tabletop games. What that means is I play a lot of roguelike deck builders, such as Across the Obelisk, and also I play lots of digital versions of board games, usually via Board Game Arena. Both Bjorn and Caster have kindly come onto my channel before and absolutely kicked my ass on multiple occasions. I also basically. It's an ongoing project for me to work out how I can vaguely permit myself to play something by vaguely justifying it as board game mechanics.
For sure.
To which end I'm currently playing through Disco Elysium for the first time, which is absolutely wonderful. I've just got to the point where you can play a board game with Kim Kitsuragi. I was a personal goal I didn't even know I had or was available to me, but I have achieved it. Now it is on to smooching Kim Kitsuragi. Which one of my viewers has actually, one of my mods has actually got out. I was like, no, I know how to do this. You need to go down this route. It's like, okay,
all right.
And also I have started a little bit of a side thing as which is Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, where I basically get a game which is just like a little bit more combat and twitchy and makes me panic. I'm currently playing through Hollow Knight.
Ooh. I've been very scared to play Hollow Knight. It's so pretty, and apparently the story is really interesting, but it apparently also pulls zero punches, and I am not good at difficult video games.
The thing is, I think it ramps up really kindly. I think, and also the thing is, it's I mean, to be honest, the bigger threat I would say, because I've spoken to another VTuber friend of mine recently about this. The bigger fear you have is actually you suddenly get it about Souls-likes. You suddenly get, oh, I understand why this is such a franchise now. I understand that, oh, I feel so good having struggled for like an hour on this one section or one boss, and now it's amazing. I fucking love this.
Okay.
There is like the Hollow Knight to Elden Ring pipeline is real, and I am on it. I will at some point when Elden Ring goes on sale, I fully intend to buy it, to play it on stream. Yeah, it's good times.
A terrifying future, to be real.
Yes.
Okay. With all those introductions out of the way very briefly, let's go and load up, because we need to assign our characters and stuff as well, don't we?
I think if I recall correctly, we are kind of locked into the same characters as last time. Yes, we are.
Okay.
And in fact, we are locked into the same rank because for me, Magnus is rank 15 because I've been playing a little of this off stream just to unlock some characters. And my Magnus in the very front is rank 0. So we are actually, I think, locked into this particular the exact setup as last time.
That makes sense, because it would be weird if you kind of got in the end game and your character's like barely scraping through, and then you reload the game with like god tier muscles. That'd be a bit broken. That makes sense.
That's fair. No, I do say I think we did get relatively far with Bjorn's hard carry.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we did.
Oh yeah, because we're on Act 3 and we're in the shopping stage.
We are.
Yes, I do believe we were there.
Why don't, Bjorn, since you're most familiar with the game, give a bit of a rundown of what Across the Obelisk is like while I quickly do some shopping?
Well, the way the game usually is that you have 4 different characters divided out amongst the number of people that you're playing with. Each of them have their very own personal deck. Of a minimum of 15 or 20 cards, I can't remember. I think it's 15. And then you have to play basically your very own little D&D party. And And generally, they are switched out between the 4 classes of Tank, Scout, Mage, and Priest. With our dear Luxley taking the furry front line with Magnus, having Caster scouting ahead with Andrin, and me sitting in the back doing a bunch of, I was about to say hand-holding, but it's more supporting, with Wilbur and Otis.
Wilbur's lightning damage is disgusting. You will soon find out how good Wilbur is. Goodness
It's true.
If you want to see the stats, if you click on the top right corner, there should be a button called Combat Stats. You can see how everything has happened so far. It is so intrinsic.
You have done almost 4,000 damage to our shared 1,100 damage each of both Loxley and I.
Compared with the 194 for Otis, which to be fair is understandable.
For big heals, though, I'm not exceeding in anything here. I'm decidedly mid across the board.
I'm doing my job. I am taking the damage.
Yes.
I am blocking the damage. I am receiving the healing.
As we can see here,
I'm doing pretty well with the thorns, actually, I note.
Yeah, one of the things that I also kind of wanted to show you is the fact that the front person, you don't really feel it when you play it, but the front person takes as much damage as the rest of the party, roughly.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. I think it's also the fact that, like, naturally, though, that character tends to be a little bit more, have a little bit higher health. Like, I've been playing this game off stream, as I say, and it does seem like my back line is a lot more they're just softer. Obviously not the case with our guys here. Wilbur and Otis are kind of actually slightly around Magnus and Andrin's setup, but yeah, underunderstandably
that would be because they're 27 levels split above you.
They are, absolutely.
Teamwork makes the dream work, honestly.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
I now have to think pretty hard about, because, for those who are familiar with the deck building, the process of keeping your deck thin is important, but also if it's so thin that you can't pull useful cards all the time, that's a little sad. So I'm like, what do I trim? I'm used to playing Slay the Spire and keeping my deck below 30, and I'm currently at 26. So I'm like, that feels okay. But Wilbur's sitting at 19, like, never needed another card in their lives.
Again, like, Wilbur and Otis are, or maybe not Otis, but Wilbur is one of the characters that I know how to polish to a shine. Because as you saw the last time we played, he has so much ability to just throw energy around to the other players. That even if the enemy is resistant to lightning, he can still dish out a bunch of support.
You know what? I'm gonna be brave and bold and keep my deck as it is, so I can remember how to play the deck that I made. And once we get back into the vibes again, maybe I'll switch up those other bits and pieces.
That's fair. I'm just quickly going through and seeing if there's anything I particularly want to get rid of. I feel like I want to move into the real meat and potatoes of this character, which is kind of like, I do have a taunt skill now, which I think is really useful. I have some attacks, I have some good ways to get energy. I think what I really need to be doing right now is looking for ways to reduce down, throw up defense, like, because I don't necessarily need a fast strike. Like, a fast strike is, I mean, it's free. But, like, certain things like,
Let's look at your deck while you're talking about it.
My barricade costs 2. Do I want the rend? Because that's kind of, I'm unlikely to necessarily have the opportunity to use it.
You don't want to spend that 2 mana to play the rend when you could be doing block, especially since you have thorns to punish people for probably 7 damage inherently by them attacking you. Makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I ideally would get some more taunts, but I don't have the cash for it. I've got a few good things that give me defend, and defend inherently gives me thorns because I've got the shield from the first area from the tree. And also I have other things that will get me thorns.
Yeah, you're pretty good to go. Nice.
Oh yeah. Before we go forward, one thing that I can't remember if I mentioned last time: if you buy or get the same item that you have, you will upgrade the item.
So
Into
2 small
the
pouches will
purple-
make a large pouch or something like that.
No, it will make the purple quality pouch.
I see.
Oh, interesting.
So there is advantage to
all of
picking
the-
the same item again if you have it.
Yes,
Right.
if you can.
Sadly, I do not have anything that I can double up.
I can spend 250 and re-roll what's in my shop, because I think we resolved that everybody has a different shop, so I
It's
can
true.
re-roll
Yes,
without
everyone
breaking
has a
it.
different shop.
Cool.
I also note, and this is not to suggest anything, but one really nice thing is you can actually give golden shards. You can move golden shards around between players.
Did you say that you don't
Yeah.
have enough money then, Magnus?
I mean, it's honestly shards that's preventing me right now.
Okay.
But honestly, I need far more shards than I think is reasonable, because like a provoke is a gold rarity card, so it's like 1,000.
Have 100 shards.
I mean, I can do it yourself.
No,
but
it's all good.
No, but then that then taunts somebody else. That will be even worse.
Oh, it's just dawning on me that a lot of the cards are like have changed.
Oh, so it
Since
did
last
re-roll
I've
it
been
for
here?
everyone. Okay.
No,
like the
it doesn't re-roll for
balance of the
everyone.
cards.
Yeah, and also they've added some new things, because it was like, what the fuck is this card? Like an item called the Butcher's Block, which I'm
Oh.
tempted to get because it's really stupid.
You did say that there was a DLC recently, which I haven't actually experienced at all.
There were a DLC you could buy, but it also came out with a free, what's it called?
Expansion?
Like a free patch.
So I kind of like the
Which
way that
added a bunch of stuff.
kind of like the way that Stellaris works. They kind of do like a big DLC, but like some of the core mechanics just change over as a matter of course.
Gotcha. Well, maybe we'll see some of those new items and attacks as we play. I'm ready to get going, but let me know when everyone else is. In the meantime, I do have a pretentious craft beer with me, an oatmeal stout. So we'll see if we can get the Foley work going. Noise cancelling on Discord probably ate that, but
Yeah, it really did. I didn't hear a single word of it.
Nah,
Didn't
but
hear
Twitch
any of
got
it,
it.
I'm afraid.
Twitch got it.
Ah, nice. Well, good for Twitch. Yeah, I'm not quite as pretentious, but I am kind of drinking like a fruity pale ale because as is my wont. I like it. I like a pale ale, but yeah, this is Vocation, which is a northern brewery from a place called Hebden Bridge.
Oh yeah.
It is the one thing I look for when I buy pale ale. I do like to buy stuff from the north because I'm that kind of wanker. I've been living in London for 10 years, and it's like, yeah, I kind of still want to represent, you know.
You miss the north. Well, you need to come up and visit me. Clearly.
Yes, it's true.
Do you have a poison of choice, Bjorn?
As a result, I'm not much of a hops man, but what I am is a big lover of basically mixed drinks and cocktails. So I'm having vodka and coke.
Nice.
Nice. Do you know? Are you not a mead? I thought you were a fan of the mead.
I am, but it's expensive.
That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. I am. I'll be honest. I am also a fan of mead. I have had it a couple of times at LARP. It's delicious.
I think the number of
It
people
is.
that are into sci-fi and fantasy and also like mead is a circle of a Venn diagram.
It's the circle of life.
You're probably not
Nice.
wrong there.
Waiting on one more. Who's left?
Sorry, that is me. I am ready.
To adventure, lads.
Where are we? We're in this pond.
Oh, yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we got to Swamp Zone. Oh, we can unlock the Bard Frog.
We can, which I have been trying to do in my own game, and I wouldn't mind doing that today if we're okay.
I would like that, please.
Also, we can go in that general direction because apparently we get a bonus for having the gold trophy because we had the victory in the arena of Velkarath.
Oh, yeah, because in the final, the boss of that just summoned a friend after we got them to low health.
I don't think we can unlock the Bard, I'm sad to say.
Oh, really? How come?
I think for the Bard, you need to go there and then to the frozen area.
Right. And we've already done the frozen area. Or have we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We're in Act 3.
No, because the second area was the first area was just the outskirts of the city.
And then we did
Second
lava
area
zone.
was the fire.
Yeah, but we won't go through all of them.
Oh.
We only get 2 out of 3. At least that's how it used to be.
Okay.
Well, I think potentially we get a choice between the other 2. So I think we actually might be able to go through the frozen area.
One thing I will say is we can unlock the Dwarven Berserker.
Where is the Berserker the one with the bear head?
The Hungry Dwarf on the right that has a little fishy.
Yeah.
Waterfall Edge.
Got it.
Because we caught a big fish in St. Anthea Lake.
Yes.
Okay, shall we work towards that then?
We absolutely can.
I can't remember the Voodoo Hut.
How do we get there?
I am curious about what happens. Hang on. I think we may need to. It looks like we need to
go around the north
edge. We could double it up. We actually can.
Yeah, we could go to the Voodoo. And then
No. But I think we can go to the Frog Minstrel. Then we have temple access. Then Naga Mural, temple border, campsite. Down the slope.
A long trail, but we can work our way around.
Yeah, like we could like let as the meme goes, "Por qué no los dos?"
Excellent. All right, I am ready to go and set on the road then.
Well, alrighty then.
And already a challenge fight. So these we have the option of making sure that if we pick one of these rewards, all of the enemies get empower, so they get +2 damage and gain 4 powerful 5% damage and heal done per charge. Remove 2 charges at the end of turn. It says it's average difficulty, so
like we can. I'll be honest. I'm like none of those rewards seem super fancy.
Yeah, not really.
You can remove a card from your deck, and we get access to a rare equipment shop. But the thing is, we've just come out of town, so like certainly for my case, I have no money.
Fair enough. In that case, we'll just take a regular challenge then.
Let us do that then.
To be honest, these mosquitoes are absolute nightmares anyway.
Oh, I think we ran into them, right? They do a bunch of bleed and health steal.
Yeah, we met them in the arena, if I remember.
Yeah.
So, oh yes, everybody can see my hand and like highlight things. That's right. So the way that my deck works is that I've kind of turned into a bit of a bard deck where I can give all of my allies speed and chain a bunch of attacks together to do silly things. So who needs to be faster? Let's make dwarf faster. So you get to go before the mosquitoes.
Select your face in the top left and become the most annoying backseater ever.
Pick this one.
No, you just make
this
the face.
one.
Oh wow!
I am surprised. What I love is like with Bjorn's, it kind of appears above the head, but with Magnus, it specifically appears directly over. Well, in some cases, it appears directly over his face.
I'm going to pick a song. We're going to take Annoying Whistle. And an aimed shot. Let's see. Mosquitoes need to die first.
That's true.
Oh, all monsters.
Ooh,
Yes,
an
please.
all monster. Love that.
There we go.
And, and this is one of those ones where you do get the. Oh yeah, I have a. That's a different.
New art.
Okay, let's provoke. We're going to enrage, draw a card, get some extra. You know what? We got 2 out of that, so we'll definitely do that. 2 melee cards from my draw pile, put them into my hand. Yeah, go for it. And then we discard. So, you know what? I'm going to get rid of... I have 3 left, so I'll get rid of the Precise Strike.
Makes sense.
And then I'll use this Demolishing Blow, which will do 29 damage to that mosquito in the front, and also the Fast Strike.
Why not use the follow-up?
That's a good point. I should use the follow-up, do a Fast Strike.
And
My
then that one's
Demolishing Blow is
free.
now free.
Oh.
So now I now have 3 energy to take forward to the next round.
Everybody has ice cream.
You know what Magnus has? He got some premium meat.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh yeah, let's charge the battery. Just keep the energy train going. You know what? You need some more energy, and you know what? You need some even more energy.
Oh, I'm supercharged. How? Explain for the folks at home how Wilbur's like electricity stacking works.
Think about he's a gnome on I was about to say caffeine or cocaine, I'm not sure. And he likes to share. And when he starts shocking the enemy, they hurt themselves and the people around them.
So I definitely need to get things that give me more thorns, because the one thing it's kind of good, kind of a bit unfortunate, but when you have thorns, if your enemies attack, it kind of slowly whittles down the amount of thorns on you. So I've actually not got... I started with 5 thorns because that front mosquito attacked me. It took a load of damage, but now the other ones aren't, which is...
But that first mosquito died before it could do too much. So, you know, it still was super helpful.
It's true.
You know what? I want to share. You also get some meat. And let's just... Fuck it.
Love how Bjorn is just sitting on a hand of gold.
Leah564 says it's a gnome. It's probably drugs that the gnome is using.
Hi Leah, how you doing?
Welcome.
It's... Look at him. He's already floating on his own personal disc.
Nice.
High as you like.
Oh shit! I forgot to do that.
But hey, 420 was a couple days ago. They're late.
No, he's early from next year's.
God, these things are inflicting a lot of debuffs. You have 23 bleed on you.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
You know what? That won't be too much of a problem. Let's see. I was about to say, how much energy do I have? I have plenty.
And everything is free.
And save it all for later.
I need a shield bash. What I've got a thing that does overheat. Oh yeah, it's because I've got this lava crystal. This is a really bad card, honestly.
What? Which card is? The blood rage.
It's my lava crystal. All my resistances go up by 5%, but every turn I cast overheat. I'm not entirely sure what overheat does, but it definitely sets me on fire.
What it does is that it dispels any water and ice on you. You suffer one point of burn, and you gain 3 points of empower. Basically 15% extra damage.
So you're slowly burning away, but your damage output's much higher.
Yeah, I don't want to do blood rage, honestly. It's like, it's good, but I've already got 5 energy I'm carrying over to next turn, and
Okay, let's see what we've got here. Pick one card from your discard pile and place it
Oh
on top
yeah,
of your
that's it.
deck.
You're not just a bard. You're basically like Antonio Banderas in that one film where he carries his guns in his guitar case.
I mean, we have a degree of
you just have all of the small weapons as well. It's like bardic singing and small blades.
Speaking of, let's go and throw a saw blade around because that sounds like a fun time. We're going to throw this saw blade. It's going to bounce around.
Legally is a distinct Western style throwing star.
Definitely not a shuriken, it says on the card in capital letters. To be honest, I'm taking some thorn damage from it bouncing back and forth, but we do not quite have the memory to cast both. What is on my discard pile?
I think exposed armor makes more sense. It just brings everything down a bit.
Just a single hit. Just do that big single hit.
Yeah, particularly because this one's about to throw up some shields.
And because
it's you again.
Yeah, I was forced to go last turn, even though my initiative is quite high. So we're back in action already with 100 armor. Let's go.
Well, I like doubling the health.
I appreciate it. I am a squishy child. I need the assistance. You can glance into the future.
Oh, excellent. I like all of this. Stockade is really good. In fact, you know what? I'm pretty happy to take all of this. Yeah, I'll go for that. I don't want to discard any of my cards. I just want to confirm this is a thing.
Is there not a confirm button in your end?
There is a confirm button, but I can't click it for some reason.
Ooh, very rude.
Oh no! I think you get to decide what I take.
No, I'm not allowed. So it is you. You do get to decide.
I mean, I don't.
Has it been redesigned where you have to get rid of at least one thing now?
No, because I've just clicked a couple of things and
it's not letting you do it. Oh dear.
And I'm not allowed to do. Yeah, no, it's just.
Oh no! Have we hit a bug? This is bad.
Can we undo click?
No,
I
unfortunately.
don't think we can.
This is not Shinteki. We cannot / undo click to solve the circumstance.
I mean, Bjorn may be able to reload combat.
Yeah, I have a reload combat. Do we want to start it over?
Yeah, we'll start it over.
I think we can't move on, so.
Yeah, I will. Let's see the reload.
I will not use that card at this time since it is bugged.
Is mildly broken.
From the top.
Yes.
It basically gives me the same stuff as before, actually. Lucky.
It will give you exactly the same stuff as before.
So we'll try and do what I did before and aim shot into the front. And my turn. Oh, no, yes, we get the hidden weapon again. That's right. Cool.
I see. It gives me powerful. I see. Gotcha.
A glimpse of the future.
Okay. Well, you know what? Can I... There's nothing I can really do to... Let's draw a card. That gives me barricade. Right, we're going to provoke. We'll throw up the barricades. And you know what? We'll probably just do the same thing again.
Yeah, it worked well last time.
Get rid of the precise strike. Play the follow-up. Fast strike on you. Demolishing blow on the same guy. Bye-bye.
I wonder if this means that the effects that randomly bounce will also bounce the same way?
I don't know.
We will find out.
I don't think I had any bounces here in the starting hand.
There's more
But
lightning.
I could play, just say, instead of what I did last time, just say, fuck you.
Yep. I'm okay with that.
Just like, yeah, remove the front. A little less cocaine for the party. But
that's okay.
Sadness.
We're trying a different timeline.
Yes, absolutely.
Ah, I wasn't slowed to minimum speed this time.
No, I was. Well, I think it's because I was fastest before you were. Before you were, for some reason.
I think the way that it works is that it hits the first enemy and then bounces to a random enemy. And so last time it slowed you and me, and this time it slowed you and Otis.
Ah. But it's Otis who is very, very slow, and we didn't notice, so nobody noticed anyway.
Hmm. All right, let's see here. We're going to expose armor the front unit. But that I don't quite have the cache, the energy cache from before, but that's okay.
Well, you could you have got something that will give you 2 energy in your discard.
This
but
is
that's
true.
On top of you. But that's on top of your deck, I suppose.
We're going to Hunter's Mark you, just to add an additional layer of that. And then we'll cycle something anyway. Let's pull another hidden weapon. Excellent.
I've actually realized Hunter's Mark is, despite the fact that it has a crosshairs on it, it doesn't actually do what you're expecting.
It adds additional damage.
No, it doesn't. That's the thing. It prevents stealth charges. So actually, you're better off getting the Hunter's Mark on things like the Mosquito.
Oh,
that have the stealth thing. Because it is one of those things. And I think it's because it's the same iconography as things like Slay the Spire, where if you have the thing that uses the crosshair icon, it's like, this has extra targeting, you get bonuses to attack it. But no, it does. It very specifically says prevents 5 stealth charges.
This is true. Oh, reading the card often does explain the card, and yet,
reading the card, I'm just throwing them everywhere.
I like that this is a shared experience.
We don't read.
This is a shared experience of all tabletop players where like, oh yeah, no, I love playing card games that have cards with like a small novel worth of text on them. I'm not going to read what that text says. It's fine.
I don't know if this applies to you as well, Caster, but I know that that various voice actors are the bane of several of my production friends, because there is just a lot of instances where people just don't read. Why do I have superconductor? I'm not complaining, but why?
Hey, I can throw a spell at one of you.
You can.
Well, I might as well.
You're a mage wolf now. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
Thunder! Na, 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 na.
Oh, speaking of deck builder roguelikes, I played the hot new one that was out last week, Wild Frost. If any of you have,
I saw RT gameplay that. It looks really good.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it does seem like it's got a lot of variety, because you're not even like having a consistent character. You get a different character every time, right?
But it's very much a game about damage races, but also
lanes. I love I like lanes. I'm a fan of lanes.
Putting yourself into very risky positions in exchange for. We're not using expert tracker now. I've learned my lesson. We're going to captivate.
Maybe we want to get rid of expert tracker.
Yeah,
might be an idea to remove that from the
deck next time. Yeah, this is fair. Who am I going to be casting it on? Both of these enemies technically die when their turn rolls around.
Yeah, throw it in the rear.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah, it's because I have also realized like the phrase start of deck and start of turn and end of turn is important with this kind of thing, because there are so many times where I have like a bunch of poison on the enemy,
but that's
and
end
it's
of
poisonous
turn
at the
proc.
end of turn. So then the mosquito just like attacks me with blood sucking, and then it's like, oh, now you don't die at the end of the turn.
You have enough health back. Yeah, rude.
Yeah, damn you.
But Wild Frost, really, like, the art style is super cute and really approachable, and the game mechanically just pulls 0 punches. So the Steam review page is full of mixed responses for the people that saw the art style, played it, got clapped at the tutorial fight, and were like, this game's awful. Which Fair. It kind of undersold how difficult it would be.
Yeah.
You know, the Dark Souls em-ups make a point of saying how difficult those games are, but that's a spoiled meat. I don't want to.
Yeah. You know what? You can have some spoiled meat.
Actually, I wonder if you can throw that at the enemies.
I couldn't.
That's a shame.
I tried.
Are you one for the deck builder roguelikes, Bjorn?
Yes. I'm playing this game. Do you think
I mean,
like
sure, but you know, there's
Bjorn
sometimes
has
where it's like
characters as at level nearly 30.
I guess it's kind of like, you know, there are fighting game players, and they're like, I'll play Tekken 7 and no other fighting games. You know what I mean? So you know,
I think that's to be fair. I think that's because like fighting games are like, if you like, that is just you play a game and you do a lot of you practice that game really hardcore.
True.
Where I think deck building roguelikes, I think it's the distinction between, you know, chess players and board game players. Like, if you like, there are some people who are chess players and they are absolutely dedicated to the game, grandmasters, all of this, and they will, and you know, and you know, that's their commitment. They commit to that game, as opposed to, you know, somebody who's more of a generalist. Like, you know, I like me, I just play board games.
I would like to quote Leah from chat. Just spoiled meat. It just means it's come with extra flavor.
And in answer to Force Gaia's question, how does this work in multiplayer with less than 4? Basically, when you're doing setup, you assign who plays what position. So Bjorn is playing the back 2, but that was also because Bjorn was largely teaching us how to play the game last time, and yeah, so it made more sense for us to take the beginner characters, the beginner front tanky characters, and then Bjorn does the more supporty roles at the back.
Yeah, the mage class in this is actually pretty complicated compared to the other classes. So
yes. I would say the mage is probably one of the more complicated, and if you try to play a shadow priest.
But Forsko is familiar with the game.
I actually know what they're doing, so that's why I have more characters.
Oh, absolutely that. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm not going to pretend that I am good at a video game I've not played very much. What do you think this is?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're enthusiasts, not experts.
There we go. Exactly that. Trying to find something that will kill this target, but failing.
I mean, it's going to die at the start of next turn.
True.
Like, it cannot survive 63 lightning damage to the face.
True
like,
enough.
we're kind of just waiting. We're kind of just waiting for it to die at the start of next turn. Okay, you're that happy.
No, mine.
God, with the you kill stealing from yourself, you weirdo.
Yes. I want my kills, and I want them now. Don't care how I want it now.
So you've played a lot of this Forsko. Nice. This is cool. I think we talked about this when we played before. Like, the art direction of this is maximum generic fantasy, but the inner mechanics of it are very, very good. Do you want to do the dramatic reading for this one, Bjorn?
Sure. At the North Pier, you meet a gang of well-armed crockmen. When you approach one of them, he says, "Hello, traveller. As you can see, we run this place. If you want to use a boat, you'll have to pay us 1,000 gold. Don't accept discounts. We could make a deal with something of the same value. We have the cheapest boats here, so don't bother going to the South Pier. The boats there are even more expensive. Fighting is not an option. Will you pay for the boat?
We want to go to the South Pier for the frog bard. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll bounce. Sure.
Also, I believe they're lying about it being cheap, about it being more expensive in the south.
It costs 800 in the southern one. If I remember correctly.
This is a much more. We'll get the evocation card for free.
That is a nice card.
Do we want to take on the challenge?
I wouldn't take the backlash.
Yeah,
I don't need it.
Yeah, you've not really been doing much that kind of drains all of your energy, though.
Mm-hmm. I've not
I-
finished
Well,
the full run.
the decision is ultimately yours anyway, because
Oh, yeah.
only the master of the game can accept.
Yes, I am the game master indeed.
Force hasn't finished a full run yet. Yeah, that's the thing that I kind of found with this game also being quite difficult in a different way from Wild Frost, in that it took me 3 runs to clear Act 1, and then I got to Act 2 and immediately got stomped into the ground by Torture Garden
Yes.
cultists. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm-
okay.
But,
game is
you say
very
Torture
unforgiving.
Garden cultists.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they definitely go to a very specific nightclub on a Saturday night, you know what I mean?
Genuinely wasn't sure if they were actually called Torture Garden cultists or if you were just making a reference.
Column A, column
Really?
B.
Did they just not Google the names of their characters?
Yeah, this game.
Bjorn,
is
I
one
will
that-
not be. We will not be explaining.
No, it's fine.
No, it's just this is a game that really rewards you playing it again and again. Because you almost need to have certain skills in the skill tree to be able to get towards the end.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what I noticed is that my first game was the first time we all played this together, and I actually got through the first area reasonably quickly. But then that's kind of understandable considering I did in fact have 6 perks that I wouldn't otherwise have had. I can't get any thorns on, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Okay, throw the barricade up.
it's interesting the different styles of roguelikes where you know it's really easy to compare this game to Slay the Spire, where you go in and your previous runs, aside from like card unlocks, don't really matter, and you're expected to be able to get to the end from scratch, where this is a game where you're definitely building up as you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
This game is definitely much more of a time investment as a result, and I don't know, maybe I'm old and busy and have a little less time for video games if I've not scheduled a stream. So I'm like, this game's really fun. I don't know if I can dedicate 2 hours to crawling my way through it, but making it co-op is nice.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I really like this as a co-op game. I find it a little bit dry as a single player experience, because there's so much you've got to manage.
But props to Beyond for being able to make their way through the content solo, because I'd be like,
Sure.
Honestly, it was mostly I like the idea of trying to balance like multiple different card decks and basically Voltroning your way to ludicrous setups.
Oh, just buffing one person to the. I like that you
Yes.
described it as Voltroning as well. That's my magic playing friend right there.
But yeah, it was basically like one of the scouts their basic skill is that their marks also increases or decreases the enemy's piercing resistance.
So you actually just shoot that on everybody and give everyone else piercing damage.
That and she really likes using the bow. So I end up making this weird combination of the fighter in
This
front
one,
blocking
the third one.
shop.
Third one is untargetable because they are in stealth right now.
Oh, it's in stealth. But this is what I mean about Hunter's Mark on the mosquitoes. Real helpful.
You got that. Unfortunately, I didn't have any mark cards in my opening
No,
hand.
I mean, that's
but,
fair enough. It's just just.
You could be lucky to hit it with the superconductor.
True. Let's play our luck. Yeah, there we
Nice.
go. There we go. Good call. Who needs to be faster? I don't want that bug to go before you, so you go faster, please. There we go.
Depending on what comes out, I might just wreck this croc.
Crocodile.
Nope, I am not wrecking anything because I have
All thorns.
nothing except defense. But to be fair, I'm meant to be taking all the damage to the face, so that's fine.
got a single attack, got hit by the thorns and evaporated.
Yep. There was somebody on Twitter who was just saying, "Oh my god, the high point of any game for me is just damage over time." And I've got to say, like, I've been adoring, like, I have been playing a little bit of off stream, and I've unlocked Thule, who is the lizard man, and his whole thing is poison, 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 and it's so fun when you got like a boss and you can see end of your turn, you're gonna lose like 100 health in damage.
And then they play a card that removes all poison stacks, and you cry.
Yeah, pretty much.
A friend of mine sent me a screenshot where they had 250 stack of burn, 900 stacks of poison, and 750 stacks of bleed, all on a single target. Good God.
Holy shit.
Do I want to take Healing Serenade? We've already got pretty good healing. I think we're fine with
I think Bjorn's got us covered. Like, you know, if like Bjorn can kind of cover us with his deck, and
we'll survive.
I think one of the most ridiculous cards I've had was a free arrow, like a quick shot card for the scout, do like 700 damage, and I was just shooting like 6 or 8 of them.
Disgusting. Yeah, it splits the 800 three ways. Good.
yeah, I don't have no money, which is fine.
Do you want to take this one, Lox, or shall I?
Sure, no, I'll go for it.
Sure.
You see a strange rock. God, we're doing well. You can tell I've been drinking. You see a strange rock and a frog. The frog is very flat. You see a strange frog on a rock, holding a broken instrument and looking sad. He suddenly jumps up and lands on your face. What? Bit forward. What's up, guys? I'm Gustav, the globe-trotting minstrel. I had a gig in the swamp, but some crocker men tricked me into gambling and broke my lute. What am I going to do without my lute? I can't just play with any instrument. It's got to be stylish. The only lute similar to mine is in the elvish mansion where I played some time ago, in Feyborg. Think you can get it for me? I'll pay for it.
I like that it was Kermit Light there.
Thanks, guys. You'll see how well I play. Here's some of the money I raised on my tour. I hope it helps. As I told you, the lute I want is one of the elven mansions in Feyborg. If you get me it, you will see the rise of the best rock star in this world, and I'll even let you follow me on my next world tour.
Rockstar. Rock music exists in the high fantasy setting.
Oh, we're clearly in like the Terry Pratchett music with rocks in.
Yes, quite the riveting music.
Very good, very good. Heal with
hypothermia.
They do cold damage.
When a hero plays a card, suffer even more cold damage.
Oh no!
No, that's great. No, that's.
I see that like deep sea siren lady at the back.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's more the crab that I'm afraid of.
Oh, the little eldritch horror looking thing.
The hypno crab.
Hypno crab.
It's actually called hypno crab. Amazing.
All glory to the hypno crab.
Wow. Okay.
If I can get some speed, that'd be good.
I'll give me a second to focus down hypno crab.
Sure.
Then everybody goes fast.
Cool. I'm now ahead of the Crocs.
Let's find a song. I can't cast any of these. Boo. Surprisingly few of the song cards give you stanza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is possibly a little bit of a. It's why I've not really in my own plays. I've not done a huge amount with the song cards. It's just like
Yeah, I
Fine,
tend to
but
just
honestly,
avoid
like
if
I don't see the appeal.
if you don't have Gustav, I feel like a lot of the some cards are just eh.
Yeah, because Gustav gives you a stack of stanza just for free, right?
Yeah, he always has stanza. If he
Right.
ever ends his turn without stanza, he gives him, or if he starts his turn without stanza, he gives himself stanza 1.
But I was kind of like, oh, I can be a bard in this game, even though I'm not.
all in, all in.
Even though I'm not usually a high fantasy person, a lot of the time, bard is like my bard or like spell swords are like my two
I do
like
like a spell
fantasy
sword.
classes that I'm like, ooh, yes.
It was something I really liked. I played not on stream, but like one of my favorite games is the Bravely Default series.
Oh yeah.
I love the spell sword. I don't know if it's called. It may even be called a spell sword. But it's
I
like
think
a
they
spell
probably
sword.
just call it Red Mage, considering it's a Square Enix title. But yeah.
No, Red Mage was something that could class both black and white magic. The spell sword in Bravely Default. Spell fencer. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. That energy.
But it's you can kind of you basically spend one of your turns imbuing your weapon with the energy, and then you have that bonus going forward.
Who are we focusing down, by the way?
Well, I'm kind of forced onto the front Croco man.
Well,
So
we'll work our way through then.
Like it's just the nature of certainly Magnus and Heiner, who are the only who are the only like bastion roles that I've played. That they seem to mostly have cards which are either all monsters or just front monster.
Yes. Okay, excellent. Played my entire hand. Perfect.
Nice. Oh, that's what we want. Yes, this is a great turn. That follow-up, you know what? I think this might be... I don't know if this sticks around, but it's free anyway, so I'm going to stick it in.
Yeah, it does.
So, provoke,
it's an aura.
spike shield,
Or enhancement.
barricade, and barricade. Come at me, lads. I'm going to go get another beer.
Do you have a favorite RPG, like tabletop RPG class? What's your D&D go-to, Bjorn?
Specifically in D&D, I'm incredibly boring. I like my fighter there.
Yeah. Strong option.
I don't know why, but I just really like the simple classes.
Wait, was that card called Vampiric Tutor? Like
yes,
the magic
that
card?
was Vampiric Tutor. Yes, it was.
What they all say is like the nice thing about this game is it does give you like a very good option when you're like like a team of 4 versus team of 4. Just be like, you know what, I'll just pop up, I'll get another beer. Nobody will miss anybody. Yeah.
Let's get a little bit of ball lightning going.
Solid damage. These are definitely a stronger enemy than anybody we fought before. They're actually dealing some damage.
I mean, you say this, they've not actually got through my shield yet. And they are kind of forced to attack me specifically.
Yeah, you did have the provoke thing.
Yeah.
Taunt.
Provoke is super good. Like, Taunt's
It
amazing.
is.
Like, for Magnus, Taunt's great. Particularly because, like, now I've got, like, a bunch of thorns. Oh, they're going to just die. Fantastic.
Yeah, it turns out when you give them, like, 100...
Stacks of lightning, yeah.
yeah, they tend to die. Especially when they damage not only
Oh my
themselves-
gosh, wow.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Magnus and Magnus and Alden are just like, should we just like go for a smoke or what?
Yeah.
You good? You good? How the kids?
Oh, actually, do I have healing spells in my deck?
What?
No, I have one healing spell in my entire deck.
What?
The rest are counted as defense cards.
Oh, I
Ah.
see.
So they just happen to heal as a side effect, but are defense cards otherwise. I see.
Yes, it's because the trait of Wilbur is that whenever I apply the shield effect, 30% of the amount will also heal the target.
Right. So you spec'd in that kind of specific way. I get you.
spent specifically into that. I've gone all out on that. And I was looking at the Omen of Peril because that is one thing I kind of like about this deck is that you really need to read the cost reductions clearly. Cost reduced by 1. Not next time you play it, permanently.
Oh.
Permanently for that battle.
Although, actually, if you have fewer than 3 healing spells, that's basically a specific tutor for a healing spell. So that's pretty
Yes,
good.
it is.
True, but only if it's in your draw pile as well. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
it needs to be in
things
draw
where-
pile.
Like if you've already gone past, which admittedly is easier for Bjorn because you only have 18 cards in your deck, but because it's just that thing of it's got to be in your draw pile, so you got to draw Omen of Peril before you draw your healing.
Yes.
And I think,
we're
if I
going-
recall correctly,
You go for the
we need to
mural.
go. Yeah, Naga mural.
Oh. Do you have the skill cards to go in? Oh, this is me, I guess. In the Northern Temple, there is a large Naga mural on the wall. You can't understand what it says, but it seems to have something to do with lightning or storms. In the center of the mural, there is a large rune that grows and overflows with energy. It's likely it will activate if you decipher the mural, and there don't seem to be any Naga around. Will you try to decipher the runes?
Well, there's a bigger chance for Wilbur to grab a skill than for us to get 7 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's try it.
Yeah!
Nice.
You even
Cast
gained
it.
a new ability.
He is the child of the storm.
It immediately fires on draw, dispel any lightning on you. Huh. Good.
Gain 1
Draw a
energy
card,
and
gain
2
an
power.
energy. Nice, not
Wilbur
bad.
is an
Yeah.
expert
Do you
when
wanna
it
read
comes
the,
to ancient
success?
text. Yeah, Wilbur is an expert when it comes to ancient texts or runes, and is therefore able to decipher the mural. He reads it, and from the large rune, a lightning bolt comes out that hits him, but it does not hurt him. It has a strange power that remains in him.
Oh,
Spooky.
fancy.
Also, it's a card. It's a boon card which doesn't count towards your minimum deck size.
Nice. So you can it just because it automatically
It's
plays
one of
when you
those
draw it,
cards
right?
that yes, boons
Yeah,
and
it's on
injuries
draw.
are extra cards that always play when you draw them, and usually they discard themselves or removes themselves.
Oh, fuck that noise.
All monsters +3, all resistance +15. Plays a spell.
Just take
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
Oh, dear.
No, it's take weakening. It's basically the dark is it reduces your shadow resistance and insane reduces your mind resistance. Like it's
Yes.
very much like Bjorn's choice on this front because ultimately, like this is actually one of those ones where I kind of come across that the party will gain X amount, and that's kind of like you know what? Usually that's pretty okay.
That's a lot of
But,
money in
it's very much
crystals.
like-
Really good.
It's
Yeah.
very
If you
much,
guys
yeah, it's
want
very much
resources,
Bjorn's
you do it.
choice because ultimately he is the one who's going to get absolutely mullered by that.
You do play more cards than we do, but yes.
Well, it's specifically when a hero plays a spell. I'm not sure I have any spells.
So it's definitely punishing for Wilbur, not the rest of us. We're
Yeah.
going to have to do our best to
Wilbur
carry
will
for a change.
We'll do a lot. Wilbur will take a lot of damage.
Wilbur may get a mild debuff.
We're just going to have to work together, Locksley, to protect Wilbur with our lives.
Well, I mean that's what the provoke's for. I need more. I need another provoke card. That's what I'm. To be honest, what I may if we get when we win this and we have the money in town next, I will just buy a second provoke card.
Gain stanza.
I don't- know if you can. If you bought the first one from town.
No, I didn't buy the first one. I think it just came from because I was able, because Provoke is, I'm not sure if I'll have, it's expensive. It's like 1,000 shards, but
Yes, it's just I know that I think it's the gold card and the silver cards. You can only buy one of in the shop.
if you find them in just whilst you're searching around.
Yes, you can still get another one from town. Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, let's do some this, and we will precise strike that front monster, and we will fast strike the first monster. We'll do a bit of fence, and honestly, Blood Rage, if I don't have the card draw, really not helpful.
You still gain the energy for the next turn.
I suppose, but like, it's just, I think it's not the worst thing, but.
Oh.
Wow, they just ripped through my shields.
Spark and Wat is a bad combo.
Now,
but you
let's
clear
see.
Spark from yourself when your turn rolls around now.
That's true.
Very good. Very lucky.
Wait, did I have the... Oh, yeah, I do. I have a piece of gear that every turn I dispel one on myself.
Nice.
So I do... You know what? That thing about you... Any of you have... You know what? No. I think Otis wants to play with some... Let's charge a battery with him. Also, get some extra spicy meat. And a skill for you.
Thank you very much. They are
shit.
immune to lightning. Okay.
Oh shit, we're fucked.
Yeah, a little bit.
This could be a problem. That's our entire thing.
There is one cheeky way to get around it.
Right.
If I stack lightning on the front and the back, they will still take
Jump to the middle
slip-over
targets,
damage,
I see.
but they won't take too much from it. They have 93% lightning resistance.
All right.
Wow.
We're just going to have to hit him with everything else.
Yep.
Oh no, the gnome can't carry. Guess we're dead. Yeah, like Leah, you may be like really onto something there.
Time for Otis to carry.
Yeah, this is a
By
test
just
of what
letting
we
people
can do.
not die.
I can help too. All right, I will trust Wilbur to be able to focus on the front target, and I'm going to start working on this one. They don't seem to be able to heal themselves, so...
That's true. We do have... They don't really have like a super... They don't really have a healer in the squad.
Now, I don't like how fast all those characters are going, so you go faster, please.
Appreciate it.
Sharpening knife on you. Damage by others, deal 11 revenge damage, apply 2 lightning. Okay, well.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, I gotta get rid of that block. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, oh no, I think do they have like a special power? Oh, you got rid of it now, so that's fine.
I did damage myself a lot doing that, but hey.
Okay, well, yes, I've got the provoke, so it's all fine. I mean, I say to an extent, like, we might still be in trouble, but like, they're going to be targeting me in the first instance.
I believe in you. Protect my squishy body.
Okay, this will do nothing. I'll throw it, but you know what? Actually, no, it applies bleed. It applies a bit more bleed. Why not? I really hope I get all my expensive cards next time.
Oh, God.
Ow.
Ow. Oh, no. Save me. I shouldn't have done that direct damage too much. Oh, God.
What the fuck? Well, Bjorn, on you.
Shit.
Ow.
Holy shit!
Maybe this was biting off more than we could chew.
But it was also very funny. We did our best.
It was very funny.
It means that we can go into the next game with way better characters than before,
It's
because we
true.
leveled up a
It's
lot
true.
doing this route. So,
Well, I'm taking the front boy with me at least.
Yeah, I mean, Bjorn may still be able to tank this. Like, he still has like the shield. Like, kind of screw.
Or from the I can't tutor anything up. No, fuck it. All the energy.
Oh gosh, we're in the. I'm surprised the music doesn't change for when you're in dire straits. I've always loved those video games that when you're at low health and the music changes, like, oh, you're gonna die. Ooh.
Oh, it's absolutely great. But also, like, and again, with all respect for this game, but with this artistic direction, I don't think we should be expecting that.
Fair enough.
Like, I will say, I really like the mechanics of this game, but as somebody said the last time we played this, this is the most generic medieval fantasy setting you could possibly get.
It's accessible.
Oh yeah, this is
Loxley.
generic the fantasy. Discover 3 skills. Hope that's something I can use. Fuck it, mana shield.
One of them could have
what
been the
we've learned
first
for our
one.
next run is that when you're using the electro wizard, don't go against the electro immune guys.
Now we know.
Might be
now
a
we
little bit
know.
hard, yeah.
You're doing it though. You're making it happen.
I mean, he's got rid of the
The
crop.
non-immune ones.
It's now the immunity, the immune ones that you got problems with. Because now that one that's losing, there's like shit sending 64 damage to the other side is gonna die.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I should just lay down and die. It sounds.
I want to see the
I mean,
electric
maybe
jump.
I think we're kind of relying on Otis to to attack.
Go,
Yeah,
pig boy,
they
go.
Have 91% fucking.
I mean,
lightning.
they can go through eventually.
Mana shield. Like my big 53
Does
damage
5
spell deals 5.
It goes from deal 53 to 5.
Oh my gosh.
And the debuffs
man,
doesn't
that's
apply.
amazing.
Can you see why I'm feeling? Maybe it just hit the resign.
Fair.
Do it.
Yeah. We put up the white flag.
Yeah.
We did our best.
Oh my god.
I didn't really think that this is the kind of game that could wall you like that, but I
It can.
yeah.
I think this is the thing, is like, it's so like, what after you've gone through the first, like the base level mage is really variety. Like, she has electric, fire, and ice, and you can specialize her to an extent, but it's she's always got a lot of variety. I think the point at which you get like deeper in, like, there's the fire wizard, the electric wizard, and a shadow wizard, and if you just have somebody who can't who's just like, no, just denied, that's just a problem.
If you're building your entire deck about one type of debuff, and they suddenly says no.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and hide the game footage for a little bit so we can join the game without people sniping us. Give me a second.
That makes sense.
Do you want me to set up a new one?
If you wouldn't mind.
Please do.
Right, alrighto. The same as usual.
But that was a lot of fun. I definitely learned a ton doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be honest, that's it.
There we go. I'm in.
Is there a? You need to tell me a password.
Same as usual.
Oh right, yeah. There we go.
Okay. Feel free to go and
Fortunately,
start.
Castor went in first, so
I know. I know the score. Now.
And now we can show you the team selection setup.
We have since unlocked Heine.
Yes. I've also unlocked Zek and Thools.
Okay, I haven't unlocked anybody else. So, do you want to try and be scout, and I'll try and be tank
I'm
this
absolutely
time?
happy to do that. I've really been enjoying Thools. Thools does some interesting stuff. So I am totally happy to do that because basically my Thools.
You guys can pick whoever you want.
Yeah,
and I will fill in.
I think you need to. I can't select the front row right now. It says it's locked. So you
need to specify Bjorn because you're the MC.
Sure.
It should be. No,
Oh, there we go. Oh, it was unlocked for just a second.
Oh
there
yeah.
We go.
Oh yeah. You do want to switch. My bad.
No, you're right.
Mentally, I was like, oh, they're in the right spot.
And I have 15 perk points for.
Yes.
How should I be? How should I be adding my perk points, Bjorn? Teach me.
Well, I to be honest, I actually really have been enjoying Heine, so I can actually give a lot of a little bit of insight into this one. So Heine as a character starts off with a lot of blunt damage, so the hammer on physical.
Gotcha.
And also Heine is all about getting block charges. So Heine, even more so than Magnus, like in fact, if you X out of this screen for a second and just right click on over Heine, you can kind of look at their starting deck.
Right, I see.
So yeah, so if you, I think because they're in the team, you can see their start. Heine does not have a huge amount of damage. You may need to move Bjorn and me out of the way for your viewers to see this. But,
sure.
Like there's like guard. So Heine's whole thing is they will
17 block, 1 fortify.
Yeah, and fortify means your block is not removed, so you have a lot of opportunities to keep block along. I think you have like maybe 2 or 3 actual damaging cards, which are like fire and blunt force.
Heat laser, apply X fire.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's all about just doing the damage. You are, you more than Magnus are about hold the line, throw up the block, and so doing things that benefit that, and occasionally like hit him with a big hammer. Like I think you get shield charge as a starting one. Yeah, it's right next to heat laser.
Yeah. Shield charge.
So like
deal
it's
X
really so
in
your
my
whole
armor
thing
melt.
is build the block, shield charge.
I remember that deck that you can build in Slay the Spire with the guy with the barricade attack.
Yes. It's that one. It's that one.
Gotcha.
I have been playing Heine as my default frontline guy because I absolutely adore that kind of play style. Which is like, no, I'm gonna stand here. You're not getting past. Do one. You want to come past? Eat shield.
Eat shield. Very good. Back into physical. Let's deal additional blunt damage.
Let's try something.
Force. And I can specify what.
Okay, so you're gonna have to explain what you're doing, Bjorn, because you said I'm gonna try something. You can't now not explain what you're trying because I know you mentioned the Shadow Mage is kind of difficult.
Yeah. The Shadow Mage is a little, or the Shadow Mage its natural power is that at the start of his round, he puts 1 dark on himself and all the enemies.
Right.
So you need to start managing that. The most difficult one is is this guy, Nesglect.
Give me a second.
Oh, it's SJ.
Nest.
Sorry, I have
right.
a friend of mine, SJ Riker, who is the showrunner for Blake's Guide Private Eye and star of Blake's Guide Private Eye, who has been on my channel, uses an avatar that actually looks very much like that character, which is just delightful to me.
So Zach is all about doing shadow damage, and what is Makula like? Maluka.
She heals of the most damaged hero every time she applies dark.
Passive healing.
And she also likes to throw a little bit of poison.
Sounds
nice.
fun.
So we are Team Toxic.
Yeah.
Team Toxic. Love this. Yeah, no, I'm ready to go.
And this
Who
way,
would even think we're
Otis
VTubers?
this way, Otis will also be on. Will not be picked, so we can unlock him in the first world. He is the easiest character to unlock.
Yeah, I actually
gotcha.
have unlocked. I have in fact unlocked him, but
I
happy to unlock
haven't
him for
yet,
Caster.
so yeah. I would appreciate.
Let's do it. Let's go.
I think you
Yes.
need to hit ready up, Loxley.
Sorry, yes, apologies.
No, you're fine.
Shall we?
We already know how
we
this
we
goes.
can skip this. There's a
Yeah,
princess.
skip it.
I mean, honestly, like, I would love it if it turns out the princess is the villain and the with the court wizard is the victim. But like, it's not that. It's not that complex a game.
Now, if I go and claim the rewards from last time, does that deny it from other people?
No.
Cool.
No.
You can. Every player have individual resources again,
Gotcha.
and the chests that you stack up is also individual.
Wonderful. All right, let's go buy some stuff to make my starting deck better. Barricades feels already very good.
Thorns is good. Shield charge is also real good.
I need this.
Shield throw. I'll buy the shield charge. Oh, shield throw purges my block. No, let's not do that. Oh, because it's 15 is the minimum. That's right.
Yes, 15 is minimum.
I'll buy the spike shield.
So what I have found with Thools is that I just adore anything that is like Poison Dart just goes straight in my deck without any question. My Thools deck, honestly, what I really need is probably some card draw now that I think about it. Draw 3, place 2 from my hand on top of the deck.
Card
Not
removal.
bad. I'll go with discard.
Since you've had a go at playing Heine, Loxley, what cards am I culling to get back down to 15?
So the ones I would get rid of are honestly like Incept. Bluff is probably your least useful card if you absolutely want to go to 15. But it does allow like card draw. But the thing is, Heine doesn't really have anything that gives him a super amount of.
You're not chaining
energy
attacks
bonus.
together like the rogue, so I don't need to draw more cards.
I think it's that thing of like you're never necessarily going to need the card draw as much.
I'll
Particularly because
remove
like most of your stuff costs like your curve is very steep.
If I could find some way to go and make some of these cheaper for me, actually, that'd probably be a pretty good.
Well, you can upgrade some of them. Usually, there's an option to either make it hit harder, or make
be
it cheaper.
I can make Sunder armor cheaper, so I think I'll probably do that. Make my main attacks not cost 3. Let's see here.
Bjorn, you're going to do a lot of dark damage, right?
Yes.
Cool, because I can buy a plague shot for fools, which basically just applies one dark resistance down charge. So I'll grab that. And then
let's
I'm
go
going
to
to
the
try
shop.
and remove some stuff.
I've not unlocked any of these pets.
Yeah, that is definitely a thing.
Unlocking pets seems like a pretty difficult thing to do.
The pets are really fucking... They're some of the hardest things to unlock.
Okay.
I've so far
let me put
unlocked
it this
the
way.
sheep.
I'm still missing a shit ton of pets.
Damaged by others less than 40%. But I have my reforged core. I want to keep that on me because that gives me additional block every turn.
I vaguely remember those.
Cool. All right. We can go to the Zingarian cart, and I'll pay some money for a round of cards for everyone.
Why, thank you.
Hang on, 1 second. Nice.
Not very exciting cards.
No, but you could always go for. I mean, free defend is not bad.
Free defense pretty solid. We'll take that.
I'd probably go for the sawtooth knife. Like, I find that with Thools, what you really just want to be buying stuff that, because Thools as a basic thing is gonna throw poison at the enemy and start hidden. So my general way of approaching Thools is always upgrade ambush to make sure it's innate. So you always start with that ambush, and particularly in the first region. Like, ambush is hilarious because you go up against a sheep and an ambush does like 40-50 damage, and it's just like, no, you are deleted with a single use of energy.
Okay, I think I've done enough fiddling. I'm ready to get going.
I am still fiddling away.
No, take your time. Take your time. I'm just gonna be chilling
because I haven't played these characters in ages.
That's fine. No
take
problem,
this
buddy.
as an opportunity
So I'm like,
to look at what these cards do.
Just refreshing myself a bit.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what? Actually, that's going to be kind of useful. I mean, the other thing I like is there's a bit of utility to Thools. Like, he's got a card called Uproot, which is Purge Thorns, which in this first area, super useful.
Oh god, the end boss, the big tree, just puts thorns on. Yeah.
Yeah, so my curve right now, kind of hilarious. I have 9 cards at 0 cost, 10 cards at 1 cost, and 1 card each at
yes,
2
I
and
see.
3.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the deck now.
I am not using... Like, honestly, at some point I will get more... I mean, also, like, I'm kind of happy to have my deck be a little bit larger because I'm just going to be able to get through it. I'm never going to have an issue playing everything. So yeah, pretty happy with my starting setup.
Yeah, I didn't realize you can have that many copies of the same card.
I don't think there's a restriction on the number of copies you can have.
Oh yeah, you can have as many as you can.
There's just a restriction of how many you can buy from a shop.
Right.
And that carries on. So I can never buy some of these cards again. Like I can never buy Uproot from the shop again. I can never buy Poison Darts.
You will find it in the wild occasionally.
I mean, occasionally, basically all the cards I can't buy in the shop are now super common. And actually, it's kind of a shame we don't have the Electro Gnome this time, because I also have a couple of instances of Toxic Rain, which is just even more poison, but also everything gets wet.
I do enjoy that status is called wet.
Yes.
I am not entirely Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I'm ready. I forgot. I should buy the pet that will help Loxley a lot.
Which pet's that?
That is Slimy.
Oh yeah, slime. That would be really good. Oh, poison splash. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just all monsters apply to poison, which is a nice way of saying poison will never degrade.
Yes. Yeah. The only one I could buy which was super useful was the bunny. Though arguably, like maybe I don't know, just like Betty might be useful for one of your characters. Actually, no, you're not doing a huge amount of mind damage as we start.
I'm not. That I was looking for something that would match with the characters that I have, and I couldn't really find anything, except maybe the slimy just to get that a little bit more.
I mean, basically, the amount of poison that is going to be on our opponents is going to be hilarious.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah. There are I know a number of things. So we want to go down to the bottom to the isolated chapel.
Yes. And since we're going past the Stargazer, we might also trigger the first step to unlock the Cthulhu guy.
Oh. Okay.
It's one of the more complicated characters, but you need to go there. Then you need to go to a specific one that I can't remember where it is. I think it's in the fire area.
Okay.
Cool.
And he gives you a package to bring to the final area where you'll unlock.
Lead the way, friend. Ah, wolves, I missed you. I know it's the little boars, basic boars.
Yeah.
After...
So you can see, I start with just like a ridiculous amount, and so Castor, you see that pig in the front row? Do you?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's about to have a bad time. Get rid of you, and you go away.
Man.
And ta-ra. Do you see why Thul's is my favorite character?
Thul's good.
Oh yeah, and you see all that nice poison you're applying?
Yep.
Ooh.
It damages based off how much poison they
They're
have.
already done. Oh my gosh. Am I going to be useful here? Am I just here for the ride?
I think you kind of, to be fair, I think you kind of will get the massacre achievement out of this. Because I think that's what you get for a single turn victory.
Ah, gotcha.
And I get another poison dart.
I will absolutely take shield bash. Thank you.
I have 5 poison darts. I don't need another poison dart. I'm just gonna get the shards. Yes, shield bash, so good. Oh, that's weird. Shield bash does not actually use your existing shield. It just gives you more. But that's fine.
Yeah, I think the one that is called like shield something.
Shield charge.
Shield charge is the one that
your block.
Oh, that's the shield throw. That'll do. That removes the block.
Shield
I decided not to take it because I'm like, I
many.
need the block. Thank you.
Leha makes a very good point, Caster. If nothing else, just some extra meat for the enemies to eat through before touching the others.
True. I'm the bulwark. I'm not very meaty though. I'm made of metal. I'm not going to do too much. This is you, Bjorn.
You arrive at a small lake where some local werewolves are fishing. One of them approaches you and says, "Hey, you want to participate in a fishing contest? Entry fee $60. You'll triple the gold if you win. Rules are very simple. All compete, and the group that gets the biggest fish wins. Of course, no cheating is allowed."
Dive into lake to fish. Oh, all right, sick. Go for it.
I know what's going to happen, but let's do it.
Ah.
In the lake, Thul's caught the biggest fish they saw, but when he comes out of the water, one of the werewolves shouts, "That's cheating!" Two of them approaches and attacks you.
Okay.
Did they strictly speaking say that this was not permitted?
And they said cheating is not allowed.
How is this cheating, though?
Fishing.
They're cheating. They're summoning. Spear fishing is allowed. That's a thing.
Yeah. Also, like Heiner is absolutely great because he just starts out with like giving all of us defense. Bye.
Enjoy
Also
the
fortify.
big block. Where it doesn't wear off at the end of the round, which is nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've just got to kind of keep finding ways to keep the block suspended between rounds.
Pretty much, yeah. I think that's the one thing is like you've got to be aware that fortify doesn't stack. So ideally, what you want is some fortify.
Something that gives like
Something,
fortify.
yeah. Yeah, something gives fortify every turn.
Yes, charges do not stack. Reading the card.
Love how that board just got sucked into the Shadow Realm.
It lost at Yu-Gi-Oh! And got sent to the Shadow Realm.
And I'm throwing Vile Lances at the enemy just because. And you know what? Let's give you a little bit of darkness.
I'm going into my emo face.
Okay, let's see here. I can only really do 2 of these.
You're playing as a dagger-wielding, shadow-stalking lizard. Of course you're in the emo phase.
Bonk. Yeah, let's just remove an enemy.
And again,
there we go.
Luxley plays the animal.
I'll be honest, like it's like I don't know. I do when I have games like this, and I have set my thing up in this way. Poison is end of turn, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
It is.
That's fine.
Unless you get, I think there is one of the talents that turns it to front of turn, but it clears it every turn.
That's still good though.
Yeah. Oh, we're not complaining. I'm just observing like the. Oh, you did, and I died.
Not complaining about the sheer chemical weapons factory you have put together. Goodness me.
A shadow.
How many Viper Strikes do I have? I don't need. I've got 6 Viper Strikes. I don't need. I do not need another Viper Strike.
Are you sure?
I'm reasonably. I mean,
claw deck, claw deck, claw deck.
More.
Fine. I need card draw. I need card draw going forward.
Yeah, none of these.
And we're continuing along the south, yeah?
Yeah. Let's go past the South Bank.
Poison fields.
No. No. We're not doing the same mistake
Holy
again.
shit, no, that was terrible. That'd be a terrible idea. Suddenly goes from like
failing at the first
easy
hurdle.
Win. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we'll go with this one. Bye. Viper Strike, Poison Dart, Uproot. Actually not turning invisible at the end of this turn. Oh my god, Bjorn and Nathan.
Yeah.
Geester.
Hi, Geester. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It turns out the tabletop VTubers in the EU time zone know each other.
Me. Yes, Geester. I am also here.
No, Geester's a regular. But it's good to see you again.
It's all good. I'm just being silly. None of this gives poison, so I'm not interested.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Actually, I guess I could have done the all monster one, but whatever.
Hope you're doing all right this evening. Hope you're having a good weekend.
You arrive at a camp near the river. Here you see a strange humanoid figure with a squid-like head and large black eyes that reflect the stars on the horizon, although it is not yet dark. SJ? You have never seen anyone like him before. Perhaps he's not from this world. As you approach, he says to you, "Hello, travelers. Don't be afraid. I see you have a promising future ahead of you. If you wish, I can do a divination for you."
I was like, let's get a divination. It's cheap.
Yeah?
Yep, we'll pay.
We're pooling cash. He takes the gold and, seeming to make a little extra effort at divination, he looks you in the eyes and says, "I see you will travel through distant lands and face powerful enemies. By the way, I can see how you'll meet my brother in Velkarath. Greet him for me."
AKA the fire area.
I see. Oh, and we get an unlock. That's fun.
Yes, that's the divinations.
Oh, yes, that's right. Sharing is caring. Split my block to another person.
I actually would not necessarily recommend that because so much of your stuff is about.
You
You take more damage, but also your whole thing is build up your shield, keep that shield for a long time, and then smash somebody in the face.
All right. You enter a small chapel near the forest border. It appears to have been recently looted. You hear a noise behind some benches, and a trembling voice says, "Oh gosh, oink."
Yeah.
What's your pig voice?
Come to this.
There we go.
Squeal like a pig.
Oh, they're gone. Wow, that's the After Dark stream. Yogurt.
We've all been drinking. We've all been drinking.
Which reminds me, I'm going to go.
I guess we're a little nervous, I suppose. Yogurt wants to eat me. He sent his wolves for me. Please, please, help me defeat Yoga so I can leave this chapel. I'm a very capable priest, and I will help you in your future travels. Watch me on my next guest appearance on Peppa Pig. Let's go.
Honestly, as a voice actor, I cannot deny something like Peppa Pig is kind of the dream, because
sheer consistency.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that shit just pays for itself.
Yelger is a big werewolf, the leader of the bandits. Oh god, there's so many of these. He'll be in the northern parts of the forest.
Welcome to the Cast
at the
of
bandit
Suffering
camp.
stream.
I have some things here. Not doing any more oinks. We're moving past that the werewolves didn't find. Take what you need. Thank you. And make sure you take the road that leads north through the forest border. Indeed. Oh, and then if you go to the bandit camp and beat Yoga, and then you get the guy. Gotcha.
Yeah, and Yoga is compared to some of the things we've faced, it's super easy
as a fight. Yes.
Yeah.
He is
what I would call a mini boss or an elite enemy, and in the first area, they're easy.
He's a chump. Who are we waiting for?
Me. I was out mixing a drink.
Ah, more rum and coke.
Vodka coke, but yes.
What do we got?
I choose the first.
You do. I think we choose an order. I'm not sure why we choose an order. I'm not sure what this order is.
I think it randomizes it each time.
Okay, that's
just so that nobody gets first pick every time.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
Let's just get a tunic.
Makes sense.
I'm just gonna grab the ring. It's the only thing I don't have, so sure, why not?
None of these are particularly good for me, you know.
I mean, you can just choose 50 gold.
I'll just take money.
Yeah, you can.
Whenever I look at VA credits, I love seeing people who have steady and constant work, even though the characters they do aren't the best known. I mean, it is the VA dream. We're heading immediately north, yeah?
Yeah, forest border.
You can also see that it's now changed up there.
There is now an event.
You got the question mark. Also, there is now the Yoga's Diary. Yeah, there's the Yoga Diary character event because you have the DLC, which I believe.
True.
I don't.
No. But the generic you, you have the option.
One has the +2 damage, immune to bleed, and the.
I don't hate that for the free card upgrade. That's kind of good.
Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, I was
down,
thinking
I'm
about
down.
that weapon cache.
I don't think I have that many small. Actually, no, I have a shit. I do have. Actually, no, I have.
You are the
all of your stuff is small weapons.
Everything that isn't a Viper Strike is a small weapon for you.
That's true. Yeah, basically, I'm happy either. Card upgrades are good. Weapons cache is good.
I feel like going for the weapons cache because it'll also help you thin your deck.
True.
And remember, the text, it doesn't say until played.
Yeah, it goes. They go straight into my hand. They cost 0, and whenever they cycle through. So basically, it's 2 for 3 weapon cards, which are free.
3 weapon cards who turns free permanently for this battle. Although a lot of them are free already. Yeah.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. I will do my best to protect.
And they're just. I mean, to be honest, actually, I realize now immune to bleed means nothing because the trunkies are already immune to bleed. As is the even just normally they're immune to bleed.
And we are dealing in an entirely different damage of goodbye.
The different damage of goodbye.
Yeah, I'm just gonna poison these fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Any objection?
Not really. Not really.
I mean, both of you get to do all their attacks before they get to move. So
Yeah.
And all they're really going to say is nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
As in literally, I get 3 nightmares.
I'd probably like hit the middle one just to kind of get it. Oh, that works, yeah. You know what? Ignore me. Just fair enough. I was like,
just let them perish, as it turns out.
fuck him up, bro.
Goodbye.
Mine.
I didn't even get to act. Fuck me.
Like, after a certain point,
I'm just here. I'm just chilling.
The front, yeah, it is one of these things where, like, after a certain point, the front, the first area, it just becomes laughably
it's sort of a
easy.
blur. It's just, it's a race to the finish line.
Race to the finish.
Yeah, it's not if, it's when. Bjorn, this is yours.
In the forest, you found a large open space that seems like the perfect place to rest a bit before continuing your journey. As you go to set up camp, you notice a group of werewolves camping. They see you and offer to share the camp. One of them also say to you, "Hey, want to share a story from your travels with us while we rest?" You want to share their camp and tell them a story.
They don't like the history pigman, so that just means we fight them, right?
I mean,
don't know,
honestly,
maybe
that gets us more stuff. Why not?
Oh, sure.
I'm down. Like,
we can do it.
They laugh and
They
attack
suddenly
us.
jump when they hear your story. Oh, the pig is still alive and in the chapel. Great. We'll have to go back to Yogger empty-handed. They laugh and attack you.
fuck him up.
All right. Cutthroat. Oh.
Wow, you did not throw that at the right person. Hey, you're the back. Bye.
Toxic rain. Some stay dry while others feel the rain.
Oh yeah,
Feel the pain.
we've got to geek the mage first. Absolutely, that's
Yeah, it's
spellcaster at the back should
always
not be
murder
there.
the mage.
Yep. I want to take him first because he had a lot of poison.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, can I take him out before he gets to caster again?
Oh my
Yes,
god!
we can. We can't even attack anybody now.
How did that get? I gotta be honest. I don't know how that did that much damage.
Just
It's X equals your hand. I have no idea.
just
A vanish
destroyed.
card.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, it applies dark stacks equals to cards in my hand.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll be honest. All we can do. I think what we need to do is get you some provoke in the next town. Like that's the big thing you need to do is just get.
make sure they
as
hit
much
me and then we're in
Yes.
there.
Yes. Oh right. Sure. Let's see what this Washington cash does.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy, you are fucked.
Oh, sharpening knives. I love those fucking knives.
Farewell.
A barbed wire. Grant 1 thorn. You know what? Sure. And it thins itself in my deck. That's fine.
You know what? I will take. Do I even actually? It's not even worth me taking the feint, is it? No. Yeah. Honestly, my deck is. I don't
Where it
need
needs to
anything
be
extra in my
until you
deck.
discover something like absolutely wild.
Like basically, if it does not do poison, I'm not interested.
You've started the toxic lifestyle. You will keep the toxic
Oh
lifestyle.
yeah, I was about to say we leveled up. Oh wait.
Oh yes.
No,
will
I
take
leveled up. I'm
advantage
not
of
sure
that.
why I specifically leveled up.
Oh, we all do.
yeah,
We all do.
I think we all did.
Oh, maybe it's just I think it's only flagging me because I'm
because
actually
you're
the only
only-
one I can change.
Mhm.
Also, with with Thools, my go-to is always Black Talons, which is poison charges +2.
How are we feeling about reactive laser versus steel forge for Heine?
I like reactive laser because it basically, again, if we go down the route of getting provoke, basically anytime if you have
They hit
block,
me, they gain burn.
they hit you, and every monster gets hit. It's
Okay.
a really nice one.
Oh, we'll take that then. Reactive laser, I understand why it says what it says. Cool.
Yeah,
Good.
it threw me the first time I did it, but it's like basically I think all the lasers on Heine are super good.
I haven't yet to actually see the laser come
Yeah,
up in my
really
hand yet.
sorry.
No, you're
You will
fine.
get more opportunities to hit, I promise. They have fire resistance. We're not doing fire.
I'm not worried about any of these. I'm
Yeah,
happy to
like
just stomp
either
and move
or.
on.
It's very much like Bjorn. If you feel like mana surge would be of use to you, then sure.
It's pay 2 energy from Sec to give 5 energy to the party. Seems like worth it in my book.
Okay. Yeah,
But again, like I'm not using energy.
I-
Honestly,
most of my cards are pretty expensive.
You will end up sooner or later. You will get like a couple of like heavy hitters in the end.
okay, sure. We leave it up to you, buddy. It is your call.
Yeah, I would appreciate more energy than just 5 at the start of turn for me, actually.
Yeah,
so,
fair.
all my stuff costs 2 per, so it's why I feel. Are
the guy at the
either of
back.
you like Pokemon players at all?
I mean, I'm not like I have played Pokemon. I'm not like the biggest Pokemaster, but
There is a legendary from Gen 4 called Regigigas, who has
yeah.
one of the highest base stat totals in the game, but has the ability slow start, meaning that their speed and attack are terrible for the first 3 to 4 turns, and then they're a powerhouse. They are actively useless. They are the worst legendary in the game.
Oh really?
But 3 to 4 turns is more than enough time for somebody to kill it.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
But I definitely feel that this kind of energy is like, okay, it's going to take a couple turns for the robot lads to get around. But once those engines are fired up, oh baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right, let's see what we got here. You're invisible. I can't hit you, but I
Yeah,
can.
I think all you can really do is Thor's is good, Steelskin's good. Unfortunately, what we actually need is somebody to have the save it for later ability, because that's the one issue with Heine is he's kind of slow.
Yes.
Right, Black Talons.
Yeah, you
Cyber
picked
Strike.
a lot of skills that give your that.
Bye.
When I was playing the rogue before, I had loads of skills that gave everybody else speed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Piercing Howl, apply 1 slow. I'm not too.
Speaking of, do we want the Song of Celerity? I mean, it's not going to be super frequently coming up, but it might
if
speed
you
up.
if you upgrade that, you can
can
make it
upgrade
inherent.
Oh, you know what? That's probably not a bad shout. Yeah, let's do that then.
I'm just happy to take the shots. This one.
And I'm looking here and go, do I want my enemy to have hallucinations?
It's like you've got basically the choice of darkness or this light. I'm not really convinced by it.
I think this is me. As the priest told you, Yoga is here. You can clearly see a big werewolf in the middle of the camp, yelling and giving orders to the other werewolves. He immediately notices your presence and looks at you with a mocking face. Time to honor your promise to the priest and kill him. The Butcher of Synanthia. Absolutely. The Butcher of Synanthia has terrorized this forest for far too long. He dies today.
Make him into a rug.
Destroy.
Not even 2 day, 3 day.
He summons a bunch of allies on his turn, I think. So,
I mean, if he gets to his, that's assuming he gets to his turn.
hey, I want to see how much damage you can deal in two turns.
Yes.
Let's find out.
Just
if
empty
you
your
can
entire
turn.
hand into this guy. Go for it.
Oh, you know what? 16 damage plus 2 bleeds. Not terrible.
Let's see.
I mean, Pure has.
Ow. Oh my
You
god.
might actually not get a turn.
Video games. Oh no! And he got slowed, so I genuinely do not get a turn. Oh my god. Spiked shield, please, and thank you.
I would say I'm sorry.
No, it's really funny. It's really funny. Just rolling into a thing being like, I can't wait to be a paladin for the I see. Well, I guess I'm glad I did bring a margarita with me. You did it. Yoga is no more. With the butcher dead, the remaining bandits flee, and the Sinenthia forest will be a little safer. Now you can check the camp for gold and other valuable items.
What's most impressive is the fact that where Yoga used to stand is in fact just an entire clearing where the trees have just been destroyed.
Yeah, just nothing can grow here now. There's so much poison that has seeped into the soil.
The poison and the darkness.
Golden shards
Hello,
are scattered.
darkness,
We
my
earned a
old
lot of
friend.
things, etc.
Along with a lot of blood.
Goodness me.
Oh my god.
All right,
What
all
can I
right.
say? Shadow's one hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Like, we're just slowing Bjorn down, really. Like, honestly, like the fact that we've taken 20 minutes to get through this first area.
No,
usually takes him
you've
5.
been setting him up. You've been laying in that poison damage that converts to just 80 shadow damage. Who are we waiting for?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
That was me.
Gear. A cleaver.
Let's
Yes,
see.
please.
Yeah, I'll leave the clue for you.
Well, rather, I guess I deal blunt damage, not bladed.
Yeah,
But,
there is that. But it does apply bleed with hit.
Okay.
It's like it's not bad, and as you've not got anything, you've not specifically got a heal. I'll be honest, I'm kind of actually at a point where actually I'm probably not gonna bother with any
Until
of
you
this.
find direct upgrades to what's on deck, then yeah.
Well, yeah, my cloak of evasion means that at the start of combat I already have an evasion, which I don't necessarily need, to be fair, but like there's nothing else super. Oh wait, hang on. Actually, no, the venom flask is too good. It's just too good.
Yeah, don't lose that. Keep it for sure.
Like everyone just starts with 4 damage.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, like
here.
Yoga's cleaver, like applying bleed with the
First turn, shuffle howl.
What's
into
every
your
hit?
deck. I guess
Howl's not bad.
Yeah.
Howl's pretty good.
We'll
It's
stick with
free.
the additional.
Everything slows down.
I don't know with that event up in the top left.
I don't know if we can actually go there. I think if we go there, it just says you have to buy the DLC to access this. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
All right.
You explore the forest behind the camp. Near a tree, you find an old diary. After a quick glance, you realize it's Yoga's diary. He's really hot. He thinks that new werewolf boy who just moved in is really cute. The diary talks about when Yoga was young and everything that happened to him in the Wolf Wars. Do you want to read the diary? Nah, it's kind of boring.
You
We're
tried
not
to read the diary and get a severe headache.
You leave the diary where it was and continue on your way. Apparently, it had some kind of pay to access lock on the front.
Yeah, why is there like a coin slot on the front of this diary? I don't.
I mean, do you want to?
We can try an ambush, I guess, but
I mean, sure, why not? I mean, I don't.
Why
think there's
not? It's not like we have taken too much damage.
It's true.
we don't even clear it. Well, okay.
Yeah. Oh, if we get a little. Does that mean we get a little bit of?
Yeah, I guess we'll start with a little bit of burn on us.
We have a bit with a minor debuff to start.
Five levels of fire or burn. I'm not sure I would call that a little.
I mean, I probably would. Honestly, I feel that's just the only thing that's keeping them alive for a little bit.
It's if it gets to tick through, it's like 15 damage.
Sure. We might be able to find ways of purging some of it, though, hopefully.
Honestly, it would also require us to go for 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And this might not last that long, fair enough.
Like, the Dryad's already having a bad time.
You know what? Let's give him an even worse time.
Ooh, chunky.
Yeah, and honestly, not sure why I even bothered like focusing on the Dryad. I was like, you know what? Let's focus on the healer first. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot the.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was that?
Threat to the darkness.
And then he disappears. Goodbye.
Can I take the boss out before you get a turn?
Oh no! Oh no!
I don't think I
It
can.
will become harder.
I'm a little bit. You know what?
Just short.
Let's give you a turn before the boss.
Can I deal 30 damage this turn? Probably not.
Oh, you have nothing that will actually.
I cannot actually damage it. I will dispel slow on you. I will gain some block. Yeah, no, just all the block in the world. Do you actually hit me? No. Cool.
Cool. I'm gonna murder this guy now.
Finish
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I helped.
If you're on the 17, then you.
Granted, it's my fault for not taking as many attacks, but
But again, I think it's one of those things where it's like that is not necessarily the point when you are playing Heimer. Oh, Toxic Strike. That just or Sneaky Strike. Oh, that. Oh no, that gains
I just
me...
need the taunt. This is true.
Yeah, it's the taunt, and you are absolutely the carrying. I think I'm gonna go for, actually. What does this upgrade to? Oh, Sneaky Strike with an upgrade is just monster.
I'll purge reinforce.
What?
Vampiric touch.
No, it's more the darkness falls.
Oh, applied 20.
Oh wow, yeah, that's death. That's death. I'm gonna go for Sneaky Strike, I think.
Oh, I'm tempted to go for Recurrent Nightmares. No. Let's have like one heavy hitting hitter card.
Just yeah. Open the test.
chest. And there is gold inside.
Why the tree kept gold, I'm not sure.
Right. What do I need? Do I need any of this?
Combat starts 6 thorns. Ooh, or shield of thorns options.
Yggdrasil's root's always a nice one.
I don't play. I'm sorry. Yeah. Shield of Thorns, super good for Heimer. I don't think I'm gonna get any of this. I think I just take the money. Yeah, none of this is good for Thuls.
Yes, Geese, the Cyber Angel is indeed primed. Since you've directly asked me about it, it feels like it's something I need to paint on stream. So we will paint that on stream. I occasionally do kit bash streams rather than painting ones, where I'm just like, these are pieces that just need to be formed into a silly little thing, and it's usually me super gluing my fingers together and saying fuck a lot. But it's a fun time.
That sounds like every miniature painter ever.
Yeah. You know how it goes.
It's like you
But
put like
Caster's
one
with
drop
a camera.
Me too.
But yeah, no, it's definitely one I'm looking forward to painting. It's a larger mini than what I normally paint, so there's a degree of kind of like ooh in there. But
So
we need to
I
go
will
to
say,
Fireland first, right?
Yes,
We
because of the.
don't need to go to the Fireland first. We could go to the swamp first.
Oh, and get the frog. Hell yeah.
Sure,
We
let's do that.
could say, instead of trying to unlock the Cthulhu boy, we could go to the swamp.
I would like to unlock the
And-
bard, please.
Yeah, let's unlock the bard. Let's do that.
Thank you.
I am down for that. It also...
I think we have read through this
We
before.
have
and
read
it's
through
basically
this
just
one
like-
before.
Yeah, we have.
All right.
So let us go.
Oh my
Right,
god,
let's look at
shopping.
spending. There's some upgrading I need to do. There's some specific upgrading I need to do. Okay, weapons cache can't be upgraded. Sneaky strike specifically needs to be upgraded, as did
Where is
Song of Celerity can become innate. We'll do that. And sneaky strike.
Oh, I need this.
Could somebody give me 20 shards?
Sure. Give me a sec.
Thank you.
Maybe. I'm looking at something
Okay.
some really stupid things that I need to figure out if I
Appreciate
have
it.
enough. One.
Right, my sneaky strike is now just any monster, and it gives me hide. Not that I particularly need stealth, but like basically I need stealth exactly once when I
Sure.
play ambush. Beyond that, utterly indifferent.
Man, I
where do we
can't
go?
make taunt. I guess I just have to
I
find
think
it.
you need to upgrade the town.
Oh.
If you look at the Magic Forge, the third upgrade, uncommon cards available for crafting increased, but oh wait, no, it's the fourth upgrade. Rare cards are
Are
unlocked in
available to
the
craft.
starting
Okay.
town, I think.
Right. I
And then the very lowest one is epic cards are unlocked in the second town.
Yeah, I see. I don't have enough crates to do that, so we're gonna have to just make
That's
do.
a shame.
Uh,
That's a shame. Hopefully, it will rock up at some point.
I might trim some of like the guards that I have because I don't need all of those that many. One of those.
Huzzah! I actually managed to upgrade an item. I'm slightly. It's the first time I found that.
Okay.
How
I
many
don't need
shots?
to do anything else right now. I can pay for a fast divination, but I'm just going to nip to the washroom quickly.
Sure.
Back away.
Actually, do we want to, because we've been going for a little bit, do a 5-minute break so people can have the opportunity to stretch, rehydrate, and so on and so forth. And then when we reconvene, we'll continue on with our adventure.
We can do that.
Yeah. Give everybody a moment to go for a stretch. Okay, we'll see everybody in 5 minutes while I go and desperately go and buy all the bits and pieces that I need to in the game. And we'll resume in a little bit. See you all in 5, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all had an excellent break, stretch. Took a mean piss if you needed to.
I'm on to beer number 4, so you know.
Oh my gosh, you're working hard.
Absolutely. Or hardly working. Oh god. No, we need to get back into the. I actually specifically retweeted Caster's going live tweet to say that they were acting as our couples counselor for the evening. We've really not followed through on our.
You had your
usual
moment of
remit.
bickering in the past, and now we're vibing.
Yes.
We're vibing, and I prefer this.
It's the alcohol. I blame the alcohol.
A beer shared among friends. Okay.
If we want to go to the frog, I would say we might as well go down to the.
The town outskirts one?
No, wait. If we go to the east, there's an event, 2 events down. That'll give us a bonus to the event right beside it.
So, what, going to
East
the back
path, are you saying?
bridge and then Western Village?
East. Yeah, Western Village. The Western Village and the Eastern Village, both of them, if you go to those before you go to the battlefield, there's an event there where you can get some extra stuff. I can't remember which one is the better one.
Okay, let's do back bridge because honestly, I cannot be pestered with the swamp guys.
I've not done that route yet, so yeah, I'm interested in.
Cool.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Immune to dark? No.
No.
No!
Pass.
I like my dark.
Yes, my
Don't force
dark.
me into the light. Also, I bought a little sheep.
You bought a sheep?
Because it
Nice.
causes, yeah, because it causes insane.
I see. Oh yeah, because the little cry it does mental damage.
That
That's
sheep
right, I really need
is
to-
bad to the bone.
Fuck up this. Fuck up this.
Yeah, no mosquitoes, please.
Pad mosquito. I'm not even sure what that thing is that does additional poison throw at the end of the turn.
Whoop. That was not intentional.
But not that it
And
matters.
yet it happened.
That cry also
just
knocked
end
it
your
out of
turn.
stealth.
Just end your turn so Caster gets to do a thing.
Do what you need to. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was set up to be ready to blow.
I will take Spike's shield. Thank you.
I'm gonna grab multi-shot because all monsters is good. Because doing things to all monsters is good. Bjorn, you monster.
This is very funny.
I think it should be even funnier at that moment where we have an unavoidable point where it's like, oh no, this. Everybody is immune to poison and dark.
Now it's my turn to shine. Block.
Yep. Yeah. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
You arrive at the small village of lizardmen that seems almost empty. A lizardman approaches you and says, "This is lizardman as opposed to lizard man." We don't want any trouble. Right now, our tribe and our leader are fighting on the eastern battlefield. If you don't mind, we could use a little help. If you go south, I have some items that may interest you. Like this homemade slime bait I'm selling for 400 gold. Or a hammer and nails for 300 gold. You can have both for 600 gold. Would you buy something?
Slime bait is what makes the poison effect thing, right?
If I remember, slime bait is how you get the slime pet.
Right.
Okay.
I think just try and ask for the reward for helping his leader. It's free.
Oh, sure. Oh,
well,
no.
you get to choose the rules. We've not had a conflict resolution this session.
Yeah, what is, hang on, you guys, so we kind of won the
Closest
you
to
guys
2
to win.
is easy for me to clear.
Yeah, I was going to say that makes sense. Closest to 2 makes a lot of sense. I think it also like my...
Most of your
I
stuff
think
costs 0, so...
2 closest to 2.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, there we go.
I win.
Bjorn gets to choose. Cool. For a hire, ask for a reward,
Ooh,
and we pass. Just. The lizardman agrees to. Why am I doing lizardman?
Lizardman.
Lizardman. I am James Lizardman. The lizard man agrees to give you some supplies and items free once the battlefield belongs to the lizard men.
And then we go to the battlefield.
To the battlefield.
To the battlefield.
Oh, yeah, we're helping the leader of the lizard men, right?
Yes. Or
Um,
both.
Yeah, I have done fight both, and I got absolutely curb stomped.
Oh, okay. We'll help the lizard men.
I am a lizard man.
I'm the lizard
Are you sure
man.
you're not a lizard wizard?
You decided to help the lizard men. The lizard men. Sauron, their leader.
Wait, hold on.
The most the least imaginative, who had the least imaginative names of parents for names at all. Oh God, you can hear the 4th beer.
Because the Crockerman's like Irwin, like Steve Irwin, sure, but I don't get why Lizardmen and Sauron is a tied idea.
Saw, as in dinosaur.
Dinosaur, right.
Like, it's really weak considering that would also apply to Crocomen, but it is still a thing.
Okay.
Honestly, Sauron is a banger name.
Dinosaur.
But it needs to be Dinosauron.
Dinosauron sounds like a transformer.
True.
You're not wrong.
Which one is the the middle one is the tribal leader.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the troll tooth at the back because I can do more damage to actually.
You need to be in stealth to ambush.
Yeah, I know. I can do more damage. Should I go for the one who does more damage? Who do you want to focus down on first?
You do whatever you do.
Yeah, but I'm seeking advice. I'm seeking suggestions.
Go for rule of thumb. Go if you can. Go for the back.
Yeah.
The
Song of Celerity would be absolutely delightful.
Oh yeah, sure, we can do that. And we'll throw. I should have thrown the Black Talons out first, really. But,
I'm still not actually fast enough to clear the slowest enemy.
I mean, to be fair, this is likely to last more than a single turn. I assume it might not be. Like,
we'll see.
There is definitely like your mileage may vary on that statement, but.
Nightmare.
Ignore
Oh.
me, I was wrong.
Poison explosion.
Okay. Ow.
You'll get a turn, but I don't think Irving will, or the Bruiser will.
Don't think so.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Farewell. Oh, it slowed them down. Hey.
No, you get to go. Awesome.
All right.
But again, Hyena is not necessarily like. Oh, actually, Colossal Blow is pretty good.
Yeah. Now's the moment. Oh baby. I deal 25 hammer. It only does 10 to this enemy because it's apparently
True, but
resistant to crushing.
it does get rid of their reinforce, which is not a bad thing.
Sure.
Also, you could shield bash as well.
True. Oh, am I out? Yeah. Okay. Damage has been dealt.
How's it feel, Caster? You got a turn.
Hey, I did some damage.
For funsies, I looked at the damage done tally for this mission.
32.
I just across totally 50 out of 2200.
Bjorn.
Yes.
It's your turn. Hey, they're attacking the front person. They're putting themselves in danger.
I mean, you've had the thorns, so you have been doing damage. Actually, you've done 6 damage in thorns. I apologize. But to be fair, like we're actually relatively early.
Please don't count. Please don't track how much damage I'm
just looking
doing.
at the combat stats.
You don't need to do that. That's.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry.
Do I want to give you another turn?
Just kill it. It's fine.
The hills are alive with knights.
The hills are alive, but that guy is not.
Ooh, another noxious eruption. Yes.
None of these.
No, that vanish is not particularly. Actually, that vanish is kind of good. Yeah, we'll take the vanish.
Okay.
Dispels. It's probably not the worst thing to have something that dispels bleed. With your help, the lizard men win the war, or rather the strange competition. The crocker men leave the battlefield that would now belong to the lizard men, at least until the next war. Sauron, the leader of the lizard men and lord of all darkness, thanks you and offers you a small reward.
Just got to collect the rewards.
Hey.
Oh,
we need.
Yeah,
we need to collect the extra reward.
Right.
Lowest card may actually benefit me, I guess. Actually, me and Malika, I think, are most likely to draw the lowest card, I think.
Yes.
It's your choice, Bjorn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, I win. He
Ah,
tells
that's where
Sauron
the
that you have
slow
been to his
is.
village, and this is why you came. He does not doubt you, and offers you the remaining weapons and items from the battlefield, as well as a small amount of gold and homemade slime bait.
I see.
So,
Ooh, what do we get
bunch of
here?
stuff. Do I want? Is there anything I want?
rusty armor.
Speed -1.
Honestly, the kite shield is actually really good.
I'll be honest, the kite sheet, actually compared with the Shield of Thorns, probably not as good for caster.
Yeah, probably. Now that you say it.
Actually, that being said, Mystic Staff maybe, like just for the all damage +1, maybe, but
I'm not playing any spells, but y'all are.
it's true, but it's all damage +1.
True.
And you going don't have a weapon equipped.
If nobody wants to take the Mystic Staff,
I'm
I'll
going to
take it.
grab the breastplate.
Gotcha. If nobody else is staking claim to the Mystic Staff, I will take it then.
Go nuts.
Is it? Nah, it's not worth it to grab the kite shield. Yeah, none of this is worth it.
Okay.
I'm going to go for Primal Necklace because occasionally I might be able to do some bleed damage. Just lets me diversify a little bit. The slime bait was 400, so it's a good deal. Nice.
Right, to the boat seller.
The boat seller.
And then we buy the boat.
Yep.
Yeah, we buy the boat.
And we continue. Haha, text we have already seen.
And chat with the frog. I'm not going to read this again. Oh, okay. You know what? I will.
Who will we go with?
Yeah. This is still.
I say sassy black woman.
Okay, all right.
Caster gets to choose.
Card closest to 2 is my. Oh no. Okay, there we go.
Caster still wins.
We help, we get paid,
The lizard men.
Sorry.
Lizard men have always been loyal fans, unlike those Cracker Men bastards. Thanks for helping me. Here's some of the money I raised on my tour. I hope you help. Yeah, this basically the same except for one thing.
Yep.
And we continue our conquest of murder. Slightly easier this time.
Yeah, because it's Act 2, not Act 3.
All monsters gain max HP. Every turn they deal some holy damage and apply to Sanctify.
I don't know if I need Blood Rage.
Yeah, none of that's really like super fancy for me.
I'm
Honestly,
happy to just
a rare
fight.
equipment shop, we might be able to find something
Okay,
fancy.
this is true. This is true. Rare equipment might be good.
I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
Let's do it.
I mean, an extra 15 health is not going to do too much.
We'll work our way through
Yeah,
that.
not here.
Okay.
Hypno crab! Kill the hypno crab.
I'm not lost.
Kill the
Even
hypno
less,
crab.
now you're even less lost.
I'm double not lost. Heck yeah.
You know what?
24 darkness. Solid.
And let's explode you.
Oh, wow.
And you? I'm thinking, yeah, let's explode the crab.
Okay, wow.
Crab's gone.
Wow, crab gone.
Crab's gone.
Crab gone.
Death to the crab!
Did you know? Crab gone.
I had heard that crab gone.
Yeah, quite cractivating. Let's get some karma. And more bad karma.
Your damage resistance was... Yeah.
And heal you up.
I think the back
And
row
do
is
more with
pretty
you.
difficult for me, but we'll see what we can do here.
And dispel you.
Plus energy. Okay.
Oh, reflective laser.
Reactive
but
laser,
very
let's go. Activate reactive laser.
Yeah, and just intercept on yourself, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like barbed wire and everyone's real cool.
Mm-hmm. Hey, barbed wire's me too. Kapow.
Oh, and you have fortify, so that
It sticks around.
yeah, nice.
Also, to everyone here, welcome to the mythical place known as Round 2.
Never heard of such a thing.
For the first time in ages.
Yep.
Live in concert, round 2.
Who do you want to die? Who do you want to die first, by the way?
I mean,
would say
take out
it's
the lowest health
only-
enemy first, right? Like, why play with
It
your
kind of
food?
depends whether you want the siren to. The siren's
The
the
siren.
buff. I'm gonna-
We can also see she is going to dispel some stuff.
Yeah, Siren isn't going to act for a while, but
Siren's not going to act at all.
fair enough. Confirm the kill.
There you go. You see that? That
A
reflective
laser occurred.
It's so good.
Bless.
Honestly, that reflective laser is amazing. If you use like 100 shield on you and they just attack you, it's like they basically wipe themselves out. It's hilarious.
Oh, like crab rangoon. I understand, Geester. It took me a second
Oh,
to
Wait, you guys didn't get
to process the
no.
pun.
Crap right
No,
I'm slow. It's fine.
Also, I wanted
I
to
still
give a
don't
kill for
understand
you,
what
but
crab
apparently I couldn't.
rangoon is.
Crab rangoon
I'm
is a
afraid.
very spicy crab dish.
Okay. I don't habitually eat shellfish.
Sure.
Oh,
So
so you're
I'm-
saying you're
I'm
not too
unfamiliar.
shellfish?
I mean, I'd like to think that that's evident. It's always
or just
worrying when
deep
Dion
darkness.
starts giggling.
Stop playing with your food. Okay, there we go.
Like, how do you want to kill it?
What do we got? Rain of arrows. I'm never gonna have 6. None of that is. Ooh.
I love the. I don't want the card, but I love the card art on Terrorize.
Oh wow.
That's pretty good. Like
Nom, nom, nom,
for,
nom,
for a
nom.
game that has like pretty weak art direction, that's probably
Pretty
the best
sick.
art I've seen
Hell
in this
yeah.
game. You know what? I'm gonna go for Shadow Step. Shadow Step seems pretty fun. I'll start removing blur from my deck.
Could I upgrade it to? Nah, no.
Oh yes, the
Oh
rare
yeah,
shop.
rare equipment shop. I forgot about this.
Do we
a
get
Warhammer.
Oh, we have
Perfect.
the same shop.
Oh, that's awesome for you.
Thank you.
That poison dagger.
Oh, that poison dagger. Yes, please.
Oh, I really want that black god
Go for it.
because one of his passives is that he applies
Applies to.
himself.
Oh yeah, get it.
I like being immune to my own downsides.
Yeah. I'll be honest, the gloves of agility I would love, but no, the poison dagger is just amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Just like plus to the debuff effect that you do. Yes.
it's like, but everything I do is either sword or arrow damage. It's just brilliant.
Is Shadow Book better or worse than Ravenstar for Malika?
Ooh.
Because
I think it
Worse
would be-
because damage is
the Raven
less.
staff is what allows the Terror Ring to function.
gotcha.
Yeah, true.
All right, in that
Oh,
case, we're
sorry, I
done.
forgot to hit exit.
You're right. We continue to head
Nagamura
north,
again?
yeah.
Do Naga Mural.
We no longer have Lightning Gnome.
Don't trust the rat. Don't trust the rat.
Oh, 7%.
I'm trusting the rat. I'm trusting the
Don't
rat.
trust the rat.
Trust the rat.
Nah, I can't. I can't do
You don't
it.
get to choose.
Just electrocute a rat.
Don't electrocute the rat.
Yeah, there we go.
Rat says no.
Rat says no.
Can we even
this
clear
is
that?
still not a
We
particularly
super
great.
can't. Ow.
No, we super can't clear that.
Send the sparkle inside to stop reading and take cover. Sure, while lightning comes out of it. Luckily, you are already well in cover.
Yep. Well, that was a thing that happened.
And
right.
now
Fucking
these
vengeance.
bastards.
Fucking
Also,
vengeance.
Level up.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
nice. Envenom. When dealing damage with a hit, apply 3 poison.
At your start of the turn, reduce the
Not
cost
even a
of the
question.
Oh my god, at the start of your turn, reduce the cost of defense cards in your hand by 1 until they're discarded. Yeah, okay.
That's
cool.
amazing. That's just great. That's every turn.
Uh-huh.
That's hilariously broken. That's assuming we even get to your turn, to be honest. But
Be nice to me.
I think I'm not going to go full damage with the Malika.
okay.
I know heresy, but
Occasional support is useful. We're going to get into a circumstance where it's going to be scary.
no, honestly, it's just because I want to get the energy refunding.
Maybe the upgrade altar. I'm not too fussed.
I don't have enough gems to justify that. I'd rather just
I
fight
would say rare equipment shop, but we just spent all the money.
Yeah, upgrade altar, but it's not free. Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's not a free one.
Don't bother. We're just gonna curb stomp these assholes because vengeance.
Vengeance!
I will drag them into the darkness from which they took us.
Vengeance.
Or to where they took.
Oh, they fast though. Hold
They
on.
A bit fast.
Hold on. They're kind of schmooving
Who'd have
there.
thought
Hold
that
on.
the lightning enemies would be fast?
Yeah, we're gonna fuck them up.
Okay.
Yep.
Directly useful. Okay.
Yeah, we're not fucking about. This is vengeance.
They need to go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Goodbye. Farewell.
Welcome to Darkness Falls.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
We don't like lightning immune.
Yep.
The sheep got the kill.
Yep.
We genuinely, again, cleared this fight before I could.
You know what? No.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do I get
Can
an
you
attack?
draw an attack?
Do I get an attack? I do. Get
Smash
fucked.
him. Smash him.
Die.
Punch with shields.
Still no taunt. I'm very sad.
Oh God. Try to look down at the vial gas at the bottom.
Vile gas. Oh, I mean, take it, please.
Yep.
Yes, the poison is not the answer. Poison is the question. The answer is yes.
Yeah. My word. To get to the bear, we need to go to the healing,
We
right?
can also go
I
up
think we can
north.
either go to the campsite or the fisherman's hut.
Yeah, the fisherman is basically a detour for a mini boss.
Oh, I see. We'll do that.
I'm down.
I'm ready to mini boss.
Let's.
You arrive at the ramshackle hut that is above water level. The place is full of nets, harpoons, and fishing equipment in poor condition. At first glance, the place looks abandoned. You might find something useful inside the hut, but you'd better go in carefully. How many skills does Thul's have? I think you're
Not
all
many.
just... Yeah.
No. Thul's has poison and darts.
All right. We got a 1.
Yeah, but it's individual.
Three of
Ah,
Three of us.
Yeah,
got
everyone, the rest of you suffer poison.
that's fine. As you
Yeah,
enter the
we
hut,
trigger
you
the
trigger a
trap.
trap, etc., etc.
To be fair,
And welcome
four
to the
poison
fisherman.
is not terrible.
Oh, we're slightly damaged.
Amazing.
How rare.
Quite. New fish, easy choice.
I was about to say, I don't think we're playing that game.
Oh, so you've also played Inscription, one of the best video
Yes.
games ever made.
And I think I ever so slightly doxed myself with it.
Oh,
Because of
oh
file
yes,
names.
because of the folder. Yeah.
One asshole. That one asshole boss.
Yep.
Very interesting.
so.
I wish it warned me in advance.
Yes,
Yes.
I think that is a factor. Fortunately, like it was mostly just like I play on a dedicated Loxley account, so it was just like Bjorn and Lyri and maybe Caster showed up. I don't know. Are we friends on Steam?
Oh, right. Yes, when it has your Steam friends show up for that one thing. This really funny.
Yeah.
H Bomber Guy is actually somebody who I have added on Steam because we used to play Skullgirls way back when that game was new.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, I've not talked to this person since we played that game in like the 2012, 13.
But you do get to inadvertently name drop.
Yeah. Just distant, inadvertent clout. Endure pain.
I feel like
harmful
that happens to a lot of people. I have another friend who is a VTuber who used to be was before many years ago was a mod for Haruka Caribou. And it's just like, man, you could definitely have used that. Like, if you were the kind of person to use that kind of connection to for cloud. Unfortunately, he's the sweetest guy in the world, and just never came up.
All right, do your 76 damage, friend.
Sneak Strike, and Toxic Rain, and Viper Strike.
Just play your entire hand.
Poison Darts.
Almost.
Yeah, mostly. Sorry.
Listen to the nightmares of the sea. Ah, there we go.
And
Enough counter hit to get there. Perfect.
Poison Daggers. Amazing.
One day.
I don't even know what the other options were. It was just like, no.
No, I need this. One day I will see
daggers.
Taunt, but for now we will continue to gain shards.
I really want you to get Taunt.
It'll be over for all y'all motherfuckers once I get Taunt. After defeating Rudogor, a drowned giant who lived in the isolated northeast of the marsh.
He was a giant?
Apparently. You look around to find if he had anything of value. There's a chest that catches your attention.
Oh, nice. That was
A lot of gold and items.
Yeah, well, also items to upgrade the starting town.
Oh yeah, the crates is good. The crates are definitely
Crates is real good. Is any of this good? Sorry, I just need to quickly look. Like puffer,
the
pufferfish is
Tainted Rush. Tainted Rod. That will give you a pufferfish every second turn. That is poison and some dark damage. Or not dark damage, shadow damage.
That's not terrible. Oh, it's also a draw card.
Yeah, it's a free
currently
card.
applying 6 poison to all monsters at the start of combat.
Yes,
Hey, you know
once.
what? I think Ratman should
pufferfish
probably
will
take
probably
Tainted
be-
Rod.
What Tainted Rod?
Because Soul Lantern for you gives you resistance in your HP recovery, but I think you having an additional source of poison damage helps the team in general, rather than losing that at start of poison to everybody.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. Like, it really needs to do a lot
'Cause
compared with.
I would take it, but I'm like, oh, my current potion slot gives me an additional block every time I block things.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not enough. Maybe that one additional point of block is not a big deal, in which case I'll take Tainted Rod. But it depends on, from experience, whether you feel that Reforged Core is mid enough to replace with a different potion item.
A lot of the starting items aren't that strong once we get far.
Okay, I will take.
why
True, but we're only at Act 2.
I will take the Tainted Rod then, and then I will use the
tempted to
pufferfish.
replace my Soul Lantern with the Greater Mana Potion because it's energy every second turn.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It's also like gold, so
Yeah.
legit.
Cool. I will take the Tainted Rod.
I'm thinking maybe actually, how much of her cards are spells? Shadow spell. Okay, a bunch of it is basically shadow spells. I was thinking about the clairvoyant to get sight. Oh wait, no, that doesn't trigger the terroring.
You have a single skill and a single enchantment. Everything else is spells.
Yes. You know what? Yeah, let's get the clairvoyant scroll.
Okay.
Yeah, that tracks.
Sight does help us a little bit.
Let's go healing.
Heal what exactly?
We might be able to remove injuries. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, if I remember, yeah, I can take care of an injury and try to heal us.
Yes, love to not be
Go for it.
poisoned. Damn.
No.
You only have time to treat one injury.
Oh, that's perfect.
You can
Yeah, it's just
remove. You can remove one card for free from each hero.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Yes.
Goodbye, poisoned.
I don't need to remove anything.
All right.
I mean, maybe
You can deck thin for free.
Yeah,
Actually, no. I can. You know what? I don't need blur that much. I've got another thing that already does it. So yeah, I'm going to remove the blur. I was never a fan of Song 2.
We hit the downward slope.
What's? I'm okay with that amount of money.
Yeah, 500,000.
Damage, and I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll do a little bit of extra damage.
Like they don't seem to be
pick
getting through. I mean, that's assuming they even survive.
Yeah, we will bully the electric seahorse again immediately. All of them die on sight.
Yep. Electric Seahorse first, then Hypno Crab.
Oh, Wharf my block first.
How much do I have? Okay, I would like to do Sneaky Strike, but I will do Song of Celerity, so everyone gets a little bit quicker.
Oh yeah, we all get a turn before them.
Yeah, there
Yep.
we go.
Yeah, that seahorse does not survive.
And because of that, I think I'm just going to focus on the crab
Makes sense.
and say die.
It gets deleted.
What can I say? Hello, darkness,
Just
my
peace
old
out, friend.
Farewell. Yep. That was
And
the
you
thing
know-
that happened.
All right.
Let's move those.
Making those moves. All right, seahorse on site.
Cassie, you get a chance. Oh,
Reactive laser, let's go.
Yes.
Barbed wire.
Get
Big
the
armor.
laser.
Just play my entire hand, all the blocks.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hit me, I dare you. You're not
Hit
hitting
me with your
What's-
best shot. Oh shit. I've been silenced.
Oh, so you can't cast spells next.
I really don't think
But
that's
that's
going to
fine.
come up.
I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we'll get over it. It's just that is basically she doesn't get a turn. As we found out, all but 2 cards are spells.
No, bad call, friend.
Yep.
You attacked the wrong one.
You attacked the front guy, and now you are dead. You see what I mean about though? About the reactive laser?
Good.
Like you just have the block up, and it's like, no, you with this just ends.
Taunt. Aww.
Oh god.
Bane, deal X equal to your poison. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. Silly.
And if you upgrade it, there's an even stupider one.
Oh good. I love the stupid. I love even stupider.
This is such a silly video game. I love this.
A large bear appears in front of you as you are going down the falls.
Okay.
The bear rises up on 2 legs as you realize that it is not a bear. That's disappointing, but a dwarf wearing a bear's skin. Begin flirting. He approaches you and says, "Hey, I'm Grookley. I came here seeking fame and glory, but I was wounded in combat. and had to rest in this place. I've run out of food and I've had to eat the fish I can find in these waters, but they stink and taste horrible. I've had a stomachache for over a week and I've been hungry the whole time. What I wouldn't give for something fresh that doesn't taste like swamp. We got a big fish. Quickly's eyes pop open and he starts to drool. Begin flirting. He takes the fish from your hand to cook over a fire, then quickly devours it and says, "Thank you very much. It is the best food I have had in ages. I don't know why I'm a pirate now.
Yeah.
Take all the gold and crystals I have found round here. I love the taste of that fish. From now on, I will visit Senentia Lake and its taverns much more often."
I feel like this was how to unlock it.
Yeah, there we go.
I did a wee bit of cackling.
I mean, it's fair. I made a very risque joke.
I mean, like, I think somebody being called Grookly is maybe a turn off, to be real. Be like, ooh, what's your name? Grookly. I gotta be somewhere else. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
I mean, he started off by going down. Like, you know, after a certain point, it's like, you know, we don't worry about it. We don't judge.
Armageddon. What? Extreme.
All damage +2. They're immune to fire and crack.
Armor break, yeah.
And it adds meteorite to all monsters.
What the fuck does meteorite do? 13 damage, 13 hammer.
Fuck that. I cannot press. No, just no.
I'm okay. I don't think we need to do that.
Just no.
I don't think we need it.
Just no. Just really no.
This is one of the warriors you've not unlocked. Interested to see how he plays. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Now you know.
I don't think it's likely we'll be playing him today.
No.
I will say.
Probably not. I can give you a very short thing with him. He likes applying bleed. And he also likes applying bleed to himself.
Oh, and there's that one card that converts bleed into like burn instead. Maybe that's useful for the lad.
He has like if I remember, some of these cards are like based on how much bleed you have, you deal X amount of damage, remove your bleed. I don't like the song lady. She keeps telling me to shut up.
Well, she's
two
gone
hits,
now.
2 hits and she is gone out of there.
Magnus's, honestly, the starter characters are all like jack of all trades. You can turn them to whichever side you more or less want.
But each,
that's my experience.
Makes
like
sense.
Magnus has some defense, some damage, some. But yeah, I think, and same with the wizard lady.
Yeah, because she's all elements, and then the rest are spec'd into the specific ones.
Yeah.
Makes sense. 63, huh? That spiked shield is absolutely free. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like reduce all of your defense by 1. You never have to worry about energy again.
Oh wait, it's
thorns.
It's not the siren that. It's not the song lady that casts silence.
It's the mage at the back.
Well, I think it's just mages generally.
But yeah, those 14 thorns actually did a solid amount of work. Goodbye.
They did. They did.
I assume Bjorn is going to finish off both of these guys.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see, depending on what I draw.
Oh wow, I've actually lost over 20 damage. I think that's the first time that's happened.
Yeah. These enemies aren't messing around. This guy's done though. 33 damage.
Yeah, it ends.
Oh, I didn't trigger the darkness explosion.
I will take another spiked
free
shield.
Equal in exchange? Yeah, let's grab it.
Oh, nice.
No, let's not. Okay. And let's go to the ancient temple.
Yes. I figure for the running time, we'll beat this boss and get to the next town, and then maybe call it a stream there, because I know it is approaching 1 a.m. for Bjorn. So
yeah, I mean, entirely up to Bjorn.
But
To
yes,
reach the obelisk, you have to cross a pond of water. When you approach, you see something moving underneath. It's that one boss from the Legend of Zelda water temple. Suddenly, 4 snake-shaped heads appears. It's a Hydra! Each head looks a little different from the rest, and you take some time to name them according to their characteristics. Since it doesn't move, you can choose to decide how to position yourselves and choose which head you want to stand in front of to fight first.
Hatred, arrogance, and malice.
it basically decides which one's in front.
Do we want to kill?
You are the relative expert in this, Bjorn.
Do we want to kill the dark resist one first?
I feel like put malice in front.
Right.
Because I feel like if you guys could try and take care of that one,
and then you can work on the back row.
I can't remember it perfectly, but if I remember, that one's immune to darkness, and one of them is immune to lightning.
Ah, yes, yep, no, we got it.
Actually, no, Malice is immune to poison, which is a problem.
Oh, rude.
Okay, so it's my responsibility.
Yeah, none of these are immune to dark, actually. They're kind of...
I could have sworn one of them were. Will.
I mean,
and hatred taunted.
I mean, that's fine. I can only attack, and I can only attack hatred. Fine.
8 versus 8.
These ones are out here having dealt some pretty significant opening damage, but we might be able to get where it needs to be.
Well, I would like to say Darkness Falls.
Not as much damage as expected, but...
No, not as much.
But hey, this is a boss. It's not supposed to be a pushover.
Yeah, it's like, if they're gonna be that weak, then...
The sheep did just do 80 damage by itself.
We say that, and then the sheep comes.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing with the darkness is it does nothing, except once I stack 25 charges, it deals darkness ×2 in damage.
Gotcha.
Which is why they do those giant explosions.
Yeah, we're just gonna be... Should I spread out the block?
You're basically a tank.
Yeah, okay. We'll stack the block on self.
Oh yeah, and all of them heal and gain regen at the start of each turn.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't need to cast the last one.
They also keep moving the taunt around, if I recall, which is a bit annoying.
Bit annoying, but hey, poison.
As long as the front one isn't taunting.
Ow.
Which it currently isn't, fortunately, but... Actually, that one's...
Now it's invulnerable.
Yeah, well...
And it healed.
We're about to get rid of one of them, though, so... You know, it seems like this is a boss where we focus down them one at a time, so...
Definitely helps,
something to that.
yeah.
Oh, two taunting.
Yeah, which just basically means you get a choice between the two of them.
Yes.
All right.
Which is helpful.
You have to focus on the one that's already dead.
How much energy? I have 4 energy left.
And it bounces.
And darkness explosion. Or chain reaction.
And dead. Death
The
by
deadliest sheep.
The sheep is a force to be reckoned with, actually. Good God.
Absolutely.
It is. And let's explode that.
Out of there.
And look, we've not got anybody taunting anymore.
Now, first target's invulnerable, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but some of my cards can't really target anything else.
Do they grow back though? Geester is asking. I don't know.
I can't remember.
That would be pretty cruel if they did, but I guess they'd give us
nothing
warning.
indicating that they do.
Oh, we have the pufferfish.
Back one.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
back
the
one.
first one's invincible. Makes sense. Oh, I have a leech slime for the back though.
Yeah, you also have. You have shield. Yeah, you have shield charge. So just get as much shield as possible and shield charge the motherfucker.
Unfortunately, because the
can't.
front target's invincible, I can't do that right now.
Because
Okay.
because my spells ended up applying sight to him, he became visible.
Ugh.
Which means we can't. You can shield bash for the armor, I guess.
I mean, the leap slam helps.
Yes.
You got a leap slam for the back monster.
I'm making sure that I'm cool, and then I will hit the one in the back so I don't accidentally overdo the amount of energy I was consuming. There we go, we got it.
I mean, that being said, the one at the back, if you would have just kept the energy. Okay, let's quickly do a multi-shot. Toxic Rain, regrettably, is going to be invulnerable. We can do a sneaky strike, though. Oh, I'm taunting you. Okay, fine. We'll just do damage to you then. Fuck it. You know what? It's still raw damage.
Oh, you're no longer invincible. Haha.
No. They're just immune to poison, which is like
rude.
There's nothing inherently problematic about the front one. It's going to be a little bit slower because it's immune to like a solid
Your
half
big
of the damage
gimmick.
we can do.
Yeah.
What were you saying about taking along with it?
Okay.
Fair
Farewell.
enough.
And that one's
Nice.
gone too. Goodbye. Reinforced steel, double my block, you say? I will absolutely double my block.
Okay, that's a small weapon. Is sharpening knife good? Do we think?
Sharpening knife is not worth 2.
I don't think you're
fair
building your deck around slash.
Oh, I'm definitely not.
The poison spray might have been good.
Hang on. Sorry.
No, you're
Poison
right.
spray for 3 though on a random monster.
It
If
repeats
you look at
twice.
the
Actually,
upgrades,
yeah, because
you can upgrade it to 2.
Okay, fair.
You can upgrade to get like 3 hits or 3 poison applications for 2 mana.
Fair enough.
I know specific that one because it was one of my mainstays in a non-poison build. Just because I could get 3
Oh
hits
yeah, you
for
can
2
get it
mana.
out to 2. That makes sense. Cool.
The efficiency.
It's like a deck that
Double your
wasn't built around
shield.
poison.
Caster, that's obscene.
Yes.
I still don't have taunt yet though, but it's fine. We're gonna open that golden chest.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Big
And if I
cash.
remember, this has a really good poison item in it.
Does it now?
For every wet
Max,
you apply one poison.
the polluter.
Oh shit! I kind of want to take the
no, it's the Hydra egg. Oh no, maybe. I mean, Hydra egg's not bad.
The reason why, if I remember, one of my perks, or not perks, one of my level ups, is regarding like extra. Yeah, I have like all heroes gain extra, or something that increases the regen. One of my talents.
Actually, the polluter might not be bad, considering I have some toxic rain in my deck. That's not bad.
And it is a potion slot.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely grabbing that one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the polluter. I think that just makes so much sense. Like, because I do have toxic rain, so toxic rain, because six poison in the grand scheme of things at the start of top combat, it's fine,
But you've got more efficient ways of dealing that out.
yeah,
now.
exactly.
Yeah, honestly, no. Titan's Gauntlet, it's a really fucking good card, but not on this boy.
Immune to disarm, I see. Yeah, not useful for this fella. Faith Ring is actually pretty good for me.
It is, or Wardrum might not be. Oh no,
No, it's the
It's the
song
songs,
Never mind.
which is not for me, unfortunately.
Yeah,
We'll
Faith
take the
Ring
ring.
seems pretty
The max
good.
HP plus 6 is no longer useful, so it's
Yeah.
upgrade to a.
Like they're just not hitting us.
And we need. Oh yeah, I was about to
yeah,
say,
you
and
should
we
go to
need
the
to
blue
remember to get
portal.
to the blue portal.
All right, we go to Ice Zone, which I think is new for us.
Yeah, I don't think we have been here.
Yes, it is.
The group crossed through their second obelisk, and, as before, found a more recent trail of the princess and Lord Handshake. They remembered that the Queen of Sinenthia, known for her great magical powers, also disappeared a few years ago. Could the princess have inherited those powers? And is Lord Handshake taking advantage of this? There are too many questions to turn back now. They must
This is
reach
the most
Lord
generic
Handshake at all
fancy
costs.
dross.
Absolutely. In
Yes.
this area, they were not surprised to see that there was also an active obelisk on the horizon. This time,
Quelle surprise!
this time, the group had the feeling that if they hurried, they might be able to catch up. All right, let's do a little bit of shopping so we know that we have. Because if we don't do this now, I will forget to remove all the cards that I no longer need from my deck.
Yes,
So-
true.
And I just want to check. No, that special event isn't there. Damn it. They're like between in the woods. There's a rare event that can happen. Where you have like where you have to basically pull the right card out and pay money to unlock one of the pets.
I see. Entirely
It's one of those-
on chance.
Yeah, it's first random event and then you need to pull good.
Right, let's see. We have a whole bunch of spiked shields, so my regular, not guards. Some of my block cards are no longer really important anymore since the spike shield's more efficient. Yeah, steel skins are no longer useful. Upgrading. So this one was set to 2 for a large amount. Yeah, I'm gonna do all of them that way.
Oh, absolutely brilliant amulet in the shop for me. I can take the Venom amulet. Max HP plus 4, all resistances plus 2, poison charges plus 1. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yep. Can I do more poison rain, or am I? No, I've got all the toxic rain I'm allowed out of the shop.
Oh, interesting. Noble Shield is interesting. Or resistance is plus 6%, which is the same as the Shield of Thorns. When you play a defense, it's once per turn. Whenever I play a defense, draw 1 card, gain 6 shield. Which is a side grade, I guess, to gaining 2 Thorns twice. 2 Thorns twice is probably better, to be honest. That's fine. Okay. Yeah,
Okay, I can now not do anything else because I went and upgraded that one that I went and upgraded poison spray, so it's now only costs 2.
Oh, can somebody send me how many crystals do I need? Torment of Thorns feels useful for attacking based on my thorn output, but
I will send you all that I can send you.
that's enough. Actually, that's more than
cool.
enough to be able to do so. Thank you very much. Got
Awesome.
it. All right, I'm pretty happy with my deck now too. Oh, and I can buy a bunch of upgrades. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Uncommon cards increased.
Oh yeah, you should check now if you can get the.
I need to do some more general upgrades to kind of unlock row 9, but
Fair enough.
let me check if that has actually given enough for me to find Taunt. Oh, Provoke.
Yes! Awesome. I think it may be super expensive, though.
It is super expensive. I have no gems. I have
Bjorn,
no
I know
gems.
you have the gems.
I do, and I'm getting more gems because I'm selling supplies because I found something really, really delicious in my shop that I want.
I need like 1k gems to do it, so don't. It's so expensive.
No, do it,
I have.
Bjorn. It's the yeah.
Can you see how many gems I have?
I don't think
know
I
if we can.
But yeah, I'm currently at 13 gems, and I need 1,071. So, almost there.
There's 1,000.
Yeah, I basically need another 60 if you can give that. But
I can't even give. I can give you. I will give you 3.
You know what?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's for the future, and it means I can immediately upgrade it too. So that is
awesome. That's great. Well, I don't even know what provoke looks like upgraded.
Provoke can either
become cheaper or become more.
Okay, I don't need. I think both of those feel like side grades right now. If I could make it inherent, I'd be cackling.
Yeah,
but,
that is definitely a thing. There's also the fact that there's no way to get rid of the burn off it.
But that's fine. You only need to do it once, I guess. But good to know. And having the gems on hand will make it possible for next time we do it. So
yes,
good,
absolutely.
Good. Right, shall we make sure that our progress is saved, and we'll prepare to go and pass it on to somebody else?
Sounds good.
I don't know what you need to do on your side, Bjorn, to make sure it's all saved up.
Are you sure you want to exit? Your current progress will be saved.
Excellent.
I guess that I just need to click exit.
Okay.
Yeah, and we get kicked.
Who would we like to pass on the love to today? Because usually when I have guests, I like to ask my guests who they would like to go and share the love with. Bjorn,
let me see
who's on?
For something like this,
I have an idea, but I'm curious to hear Bjorn's thoughts.
do tell.
Well, Dice Queen Die seems to be like the most obvious choice.
Oh, I don't know them.
They are basically a D&D tuber.
Yep.
Oh, Dice Queen Die. I see.
Would be quite fitting.
Oh, wonderful. In that case,
Like, unless you had any other ideas, Bjorn.
No.
Seems like...
No. I had one that I had no idea what was. It was called someone that was streaming Curse of the Sea Rats.
Ooh.
I was thinking like that sounded vaguely like something that would be fitting for this, but I'm not really sure what it is.
No worries.
That is fair.
We'll pass it on to Dice Queen Dice since I'm not familiar with them. Before I go and start the raid, I have been your androgynous AI game host from the future caster. Who you been, Bjorn?
Once again, I am Bjorn, your very own Verbose Variety Viking.
And who you been, Loxley?
And I've been Loxley, Setter of Strategy, the Caprine Card Shark, the Board Game Goat.
Wonderful. We will actually be back on air tomorrow at 1 p.m. British time to go and open a bunch of Magic the Gathering packs for March of the Machine. Wizards of the Coast EU were kind enough to go and send me some packs to go open. And let's go see what's inside those collector boosters. So do join me tomorrow. But for now, we are passing it on to Dice Queen Die. Have a fantastic evening, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Farewell.